Hey everyone, so we are live today, Monday. So this is the first Monday after the big opening weekend of Deadpool and Wolverine. So that's exactly what we are going to be talking about, and we're going to be just talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, well, I just told you, so so fair is fair game. And I'm here with a group of nice people who I met here through YouTube since I started my YouTube channel. So one of the positive things and positive experiences I have had with YouTube, or as a YouTuber, if you want to use that term, is like meeting nice guys. So here's a couple of them. Well, I would say a couple, four of them. Some of them for the first time, other ones they've been here before. So just like in 20 seconds or less, I'm gonna let everybody to introduce yourself. 20 seconds or less, and we're gonna start with YK reviews. And YK, I'm glad that you made it. So anything about you and in 20 seconds or less?
Yeah, I've had this channel for about 2 years. So first name is Yusuf from YK Reviews. Had the channel about 2 years, just doing it just because I love watching movies, shows, talking about it. Don't really have anybody else to really talk about it, so that's really why I do it on YouTube. And yeah, like you said, meet us. Never was expecting, but just you meet so many great people on this platform. So happy to be here as well.
Awesome. Yeah, great to have you. And then Rashad, I mean, Rashad, he's been here before. I don't know how many times, but he's been here for a number of times. And I made Rashad, I want to say, well, on YouTube, but I think I met him first through Anthony Perez.
Perez, yeah.
Yeah, so Rashad, anything you want to say about you and your channel in 20 seconds or less?
Well, first of all, I want to say that my internet's been messing up a lot. So if I start freezing or wigging out, it's not my fault. It's just Spectrum is the goddamn devil. But yeah, with that being said, I've been on YouTube for 7 years now. Wanted to start it earlier because I was inspired by guys like Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman and Double Toasted. So procrastinated a lot, but then thanks to some tequila and some courage, I was able to start the channel up exactly 7 years ago. And here I am now talking movies, nerd stuff, and whatever's in this crazy brain of mine. That's Rashad Reviews.
Yeah, awesome, Rashad. Yeah, thank you for coming back. And so, in the words of that reporter in Rocky 3, what is your prediction?
Prediction? Pain.
Rashad is a huge Rocky fan, just like myself. Yeah. And Rocky 3 is his favorite Rocky movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, dude. I remember that painting. You put it on Instagram. Yeah.
Yep. Favorite movie of all time. Favorite Rocky movie. Favorite movie ever.
Oh, nice.
Rocky 3. Yeah.
Rocky 3.
All right. Dude, I'm not gonna let Hulk Hogan ruin that for me. It's still my favorite movie of all time.
Hey, he's the ultimate male.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, not Hulk Hogan, but Thunderlips.
Thunderlips. You know what is funny? When I showed that movie to my son, he thought that Thunderlips was the real guy and Hulk Hogan was the fake guy or whatever. So wow. Yeah. But then I got it straight with him later.
Yeah, well, that's how a lot of us was introduced to Hulk Hogan, was through Rocky 3. That's the first time I saw him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You were like what, 6 or 7?
No, I ain't that damn old, man. I was 4 when I first saw Rocky 3. I was like 3 or 4. Yeah.
I was saying 13, 15.
Yeah. Trying to add some years to me, man.
And also we got Willie. Willie, we met also through doing a collab. I was doing a collab with Anthony Perez, and Willie was one of the other guests, and we were talking about WandaVision, spoilers or whatever. I remember. How you doing, Willie?
I mean, good, except for the fact that I was 6 or 7 when Rocky 3 came out. So I guess I'm old as shit, Rashad.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're in the same bracket, man. So I'm right there with you, bro.
I'm good. I'm Willie, and surprise, I like you guys have a YouTube channel that does movies. I think that's why we're all here, pretty much. My biggest challenge has always been freaking to consistently put out content because I get sidetracked. But it's been a little bit, and I'm excited to actually be able to get back in the swing of things, get my groove back like Stella, with a great group of guys like you.
All right, thank you for being part of this, Willie. And those of you watching, Willie, he's a huge fan of horror. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean other things too, but I did a lot of horror.
Oh yeah, I enjoy seeing those horror festivals that you went on Instagram that you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we got Big Rob, which I met also through Anthony Perez. And Big Rob, he's been here with me before. We did some collabs on somebody else's channels, and then he was here with me for the first time doing a collab about Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which is a classic TV show from the 1960s. And if you guys haven't seen Alfred Hitchcock Presents, check it out. You can check it out for free and on the internet. So, and how you doing, Robbie? Thank you for coming back. And also, you are a huge DC fan. One of your main guys is, I want to say, is it Nightwing?
Yeah, Nightwing.
The Flash, and who else?
I thought it was the Flash.
Oh yeah, no, the Flash is listen. The Flash is the guy, you know.
Because you got a Flash tattoo, done right?
Yeah, I got the Flash, like the symbols coming out of my chest, like the suit, and then I have right here as well. So yeah, I want to get one of my legs. I want to make a sleeve. It's gonna be like a speedster sleeve. And it's gonna be like my favorite speedsters, like iconic speedsters. You know, like Blue Cobalt, and Godspeed, stuff like that. Like it's gonna take some time, but yeah.
Are you gonna go with the same artist or a different guy?
Oh no! That guy is in a different city now. Like I'm gonna go with somebody else, but
okay.
Before I do it, I'm just gonna try and sit there and get it as much as I can done, man.
Oh, dude, I don't have any yet, but I already put an envelope, and I'm putting a little bit of cash every time I can to get my very first tattoo, dude. But what if it hurts?
What if it hurts? It hurts.
It don't hurt that bad. Well, it depends where you get it.
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking on the back of my calf, but I don't know. I mean, that's the place of choice, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm putting a little bit of money there.
You should be okay with back of the calf.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't tattoo your dick. That's gonna hurt. Other than that, it should be good.
Nobody's gonna see it then.
Damn, don't do that.
All right, so before we start, guys, we have some people doing in the comments. So we got, if I can add the comments here, because there you go. I'm using my phone for the first time here. So Cool to the fullest. He says, hello, everyone. Hey, Cool.
Good, cool.
Cool is a big supporter of our channels, and good to see you, Cool. And we also have all the way from the future. I think he is five hours in the future. We got Mike from. Did you see that? Damn! What a panel! That's right.
Oh shit, he's funny. Oh my god!
I ain't talking to Mike right now. Mike talking crazy. I ain't talking to Mike right now.
He says new channel names for you all.
Oh no! There we go. Oh god.
I don't get that.
Oh, I think he's gonna like comment like different channel names, maybe. I don't know.
And then the no problem. Yeah, that's right. That's the no problem. Yeah, that's right, Mike. You know it. And also YK must see reviews.
I like that.
Sending some love.
Pretty cool.
Oh, I see what he's doing. Gotcha. I'm telling you, he's 5 hours in the future. I'm 5 hours in the past.
This freaking guy.
Some love for Rashad. Sometimes spoiler.
Don't laugh. Don't encourage him. Don't laugh. It ain't funny. All right, I've gotten a lot better. Okay, I did a spoiler free for Deadpool Wolverine. I didn't spoil anything.
Oh shit! I'm glad I got a heads up because I want to check out your channel now. I know I gotta like be careful.
All right, okay. I'll put it this way, Willie. I only spoil things that I know that I just don't like. For example, if I talk about a Tyler Perry movie, I don't care about spoiling a Tyler Perry movie because they're all the same.
As long as you didn't spoil Titanic, because I don't want to know how that shit ends, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. We here. How can you spoil something like that? The ship goes down. Everybody knows that.
What the fuck? I haven't seen it yet. Why would you say that, bro?
I'm sorry, man. Okay, Mike's right about me.
You're saying there's no sequel?
Huh?
Oh, there is. It involved the sub. I forgot.
Yeah. That one.
Which is funny because I haven't seen Titanic 2, but I know it's out there.
Shit.
And then we got for Willie the main rants and reviews. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
And then we got some love for the Big Rob laying it down theory.
Laying it down, okay.
Laying the smackdown.
I see you, Mike.
And then we got on topic of live stream. I flipped when Chris Evans popped up. Favorite Marvel hero. All right, yeah. So yeah, we had a big jump a little bit about the cameos, which we are gonna talk about cameos because to me the cameos were really cool. But I want to hear your just your general thoughts about. Let's begin from that beginning, and this is open for any of you guys. General thoughts about the opening of Deadpool and Wolverine, the opening credits.
We're doing spoilers, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's why I was invited. Because I spoil every goddamn thing. Right, Mike? Right, Mike?
Actually, you know what's funny? Rashad was the first one who replied. That's right,
Yeah.
Rashad. The invite. Yeah, there you go.
My man.
So, any general thoughts about that opening with NSYNC and everything that happens in those few minutes of action? You guys like? Do you guys like the opening credits? Could it have been better?
Oh hell yeah, bro! That was amazing. Like just the fact that they used NSYNC like that. It was just like, what the heck? Like, what do you? That's crazy. Like the way how they did the music and the killing and the dance choreography. Like why is he just you know what I'm saying? Like it was just the way they executed it was top notch. Like I hate saying that like this movie was damn near perfect for me, but it kind of was. Obviously there's some issues, you know, like it's so minuscule for me that I wouldn't even call it an issue. It's just like, you know, that could have been better, but anyway, you know, but yeah, no, that was really well done. We all laughed a lot. Like,
Dude,
that theater was amazing.
And I want to say, I don't know if you guys recognize that, but those are the actual moves of the choreography.
Yeah, that's what made it better.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
What makes it more enjoyable too was the fact that he was using like Logan's bones and like his skeleton to just beat the crap out of the TVA agents with that music as well. That just made it more entertaining for me.
Yeah, like desecrating his dead body. It's like, Jesus, bro. Like,
it was funny how like when he gets those claws, he didn't know how to use them, and then he starts stabbing himself by accident.
I'm gonna come off like the freaking hater now. Crap.
no, we're all talking, man. You're good.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let me just say that I love this movie. So don't think that the rest that I'm going to be saying is like this.
Yeah, you're good.
But I think the only real issue the movie had was the first act.
Interesting.
Oh, the first act. Yeah.
And I will say that it's the only Deadpool movies to me are great with comedy. I've never really seen comedy not land with Deadpool, but I will say that opening scene, as cool as it was, it almost felt like it hung out there a little too long and like he was trying to be funny. It felt a little desperate with the comedy. I liked it. I thought it was funny. The part where he sticks one in the fucking guy's ass and the other one in the guy's and he's like, it's hard to Wolverine. That was hilarious, dude. I was dying.
Yeah.
it was a total cool thing. It just felt like it went on and on and on. And you know when someone talks like it's just too much of the same joke. It almost I felt that just a little bit, where it's like less is more. But I love the whole digging them up and all that. That was like freaking fantastic.
Moving them out of the skeleton or whatever.
Oh, that was great. That was all hilarious.
Now that you're saying about the first act, actually, my favorite act is the second one.
The second,
Okay.
The second act, right in the middle. That was out of those three. The second act was obviously the second act is a little bit more of the cameos and like the middle of the movie. So because like Mike says in the comments, he flipped when Chris Evans popped up, and I was like, the cameos is what made it for me. I mean, obviously the story too. Even though the story is not as great as maybe as the first movie, I still like this movie a lot. Like in general, yeah.
But Willie, you're not the first person I've heard say that though. I've heard somebody else criticize the movie for that, saying that opening, saying that opening went on just a little too long. And I will agree that when it comes to comedy, if you stretch a joke too long, it's not funny anymore. You have to hit that sweet spot where it's funny and just leave it there. So I understand that criticism. Personally, for me, I love the opening. That's probably one of the best openings I've seen in a long time. If you asked me 20 years ago, well, if I told myself 20 years ago that I would be jamming to NSYNC in the movie theater, I would have slapped the shit out of me. But I'm in the theater actually nodding my head to NSYNC and vibing to the opening of this, man. So the opening was a lot of fun to me. But I definitely understand your criticism though on that.
I'm glad I'm the only one that said it, because to be honest with you, I haven't looked up what anyone has said. I haven't looked up any reviews. I haven't even reviewed it myself yet because I want to see it a second time. And I did love the movie. So I was looking forward to coming on here and actually listening to what you guys had to say. So I'm glad you said that, because honestly, Rashad, I haven't looked up anything, dude. I thought maybe I was on an island with that one. But no, but don't get me wrong. I did love the freaking the opening. It was the first time I ever felt Deadpool comedy not nailing it 100% perfectly in that opening scene, because it felt like it was just there a little bit too much. So were all the IP jokes. I loved them, but by the 80th one, it felt a little bit but I love the IP jokes. They're hilarious. It's the self-awareness of Deadpool and the fourth wall stuff that just makes it so fun. And Chris Evans, holy shit. When he goes flame on, and I'm like,
oh man.
Because as soon as he cursed and Deadpool looked and he was like,
that's a little funky.
Some shit wasn't right.
Yeah.
Once he did curse, I think that was the moment that I was like, wait a minute, whoa. Cap does not curse like that. And then it just did it, the way how it planned out. That's why I think that the writing in this was really, really well done. The story there could have been more, but I think we can all agree that like them bringing in the TBA, having all the cameos, and bringing in certain things from like the movies and TV shows, and then I know we're talking about earlier cameos, but sorry, I have to say it, Blade, whatever. When we get to that, Blade, but just Blade, yeah. So them bringing in those characters and doing them the way they did, that's one of the reasons why I love this movie so much. Is because they didn't just pop them in just to be like, and then just for no relevance whatsoever. Like, I mean, look at the cameo with Hulk and Wolverine, like that right there. Oh my God.
Well, let me ask the question, because I hear that a lot where, they say people saying that this movie didn't have a strong story, and it didn't. But does a movie like this need to have a strong story? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Deadpool and Wolverine. This is a buddy cop comedy that pokes fun at Marvel and 20th Century Fox. You know what I'm saying? And you come, like, one of the gimmicks of this movie is you're going to see the cameos. That's the main thing that we're going to see. So I didn't mind that it didn't have a good story. I'm not going to want to remember the story. I want to remember all the cameos and the fun stuff that I've seen in here. So, I mean, this is what Multiverse of Madness should have been. When you call a movie Multiverse of Madness, this is the type of movie that it should be. So
I agree.
The weak story didn't bother me at all. I don't care.
I think what I've been seeing online is that people were going in expecting this to have a bigger impact in the MCU. So that's probably why people are disappointed with the story, because they were expecting this to move into the next phase of the MCU or
Mm-hmm.
have something to do with the MCU in the future. But I do agree with you. Like, you're going in there. I was going in there for the cameos, for seeing just a buddy cop movie. But I do think that I did have that expectation of, okay, this is going to have an impact to the MCU, and that didn't really happen.
Yeah, I think.
It
Yeah.
ended up sorry.
No, go ahead.
Instead, it ended up being a love letter to 20th Century Fox, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it was. It wasn't MCU. And to Rashad, what you're saying about did it need to have a good story, dude? Seeing Wolverine, like actual real Wolverine for the first time ever, because we got it as Logan, but he was dying, so it wasn't that fun.
Right.
Where here, it's like you actually saw a Wolverine that was very primal and very dropping F-bombs, and you're like, holy shit, that's like finally our Wolverine.
Right. Exactly.
That said, I've seen the buddy cop comic book movie, and it did have a good story, and it's probably my favorite MCU film of all, and that's Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh.
So having that good story is solid for a comic book movie.
You had me till you said Ragnarok. Ragnarok should have been a buddy cop, like talking with Thor and Hulk, right?
Yeah,
not quite, man. But I mean, that's a discussion for another time, man.
You don't think that's a buddy cop movie?
Nah, man. It was Thor. It was a Thor movie with shades of buddy cop, but Hulk was just they didn't really use.
You know why
him
they
right
did
in the
that?
movie.
But you know why they did that?
What,
It's
budget?
because, well, no, Marvel doesn't have the rights to Hulk. You can actually put Hulk in your movie. You just can't make him the main character.
Yeah.
If not, Universal would lose their shit. Like there would be a problem. It was a
Goddamn
contract
Universal.
thing. So that was their best method to doing a Hulk
That
movie.
sucks.
Universal makes me sick.
That's
Yeah, if it wasn't for Jaws and Spielberg, I'd tell him to do this right here.
Well, Back to the Future's good.
Hey, and Back to the Future. But other than that,
So pretty much after the credits, you know, like they gave us like a little flashback of what's going on, right? So he's back with his friends, and he has his job at the car dealership or whatever. I thought it was funny how he put that toupee with staples. that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And then you know, he gets captured by the TVA. And then what's the name of the guy not Phoenix.
Paradox.
Paradox. Yeah. So Paradox, he explains his plan or whatever, and then now we're gonna jump into the cameos, but the cameos of the other Wolverines. What was your favorite Wolverine? I was laughing with one of them. Any of you?
Sorry, the more comic accurate one.
The first one.
That was really funny. Like I mean, I get where people are coming from. They want a more comic accurate superheroes in general, but
yeah,
I mean, look at that, you know. But I don't know for you guys. I don't know what, like. There's a lot of variants that I saw, but the Henry Cavill one, that one was insane. I did not.
That was great.
I didn't expect that. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm on the same boat with Henry Cavill. I was not expecting that. And just the line that Deadpool throws out afterwards, I was saying we'll treat you better than the other guys too.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Oh
yeah. When I saw his arm, because he was holding the motorcycle from the back, I thought it was Hugh Jackman, and then I was like, oh, he looks a little bigger. Whatever. Right. I thought it was like the angle, but then when he turns, I'm like, whoa, the covering came out of.
Tank top, yeah.
Came out of nowhere, but it was great. He looked great, dude. I mean, at least that with that variant, he had a good look. But I didn't see that coming at all, dude. And I like Henry Cavill, so it was nice to see him. But it's funny how he made jokes, Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds in this case, that they're gonna treat him better than DC. Did you guys hear that?
I love whenever he makes the jokes about DC, and I'm a DC person. I adore DC. Huge fan of DC. but they're funny jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so-
they're
Yeah.
hilarious.
The joke
The,
about Batman mask with Wolverine being able to move his neck.
Yeah.
Bro, they said that on Batman. I was like, oh my god, wow. Jeez.
You know which one that I really like that, and you know, where's Rashad? Is Rashad still
Is
here?
it-
Yeah, he's coming back.
That's probably
Rashad. Well, one that I really liked was freaking, and it's just because it reminds me of when I used to read the X-Men comics as a kid. Was the yellow and brown suit?
yes.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, shit. There's like that's my comic book Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like that was the Wolverine that I used to adore watching as a kid. And I will say, seeing it on screen, I could see why they went with the blue and the yellow
Yeah.
because that brown and yellow doesn't look that great on screen.
It
But it was so
probably
cool to see that.
It probably was like when they panned to that different universe, maybe it was just like the lighting or something. I don't know. Maybe like the way how they filmed it. But I mean, you're right though. I do agree with you. Like it still didn't really look that great. But it was great to see, and then seeing Hulk pop up behind, like just for a second, that just it sent chills in my body because I was like, oh my god. Like I mean, the thing about this movie is like there's so many things they brought in that it didn't really further anything in the MCU, but there's a lot of things they can do with this because they can reference this in future installments, like the TVA. That's from Loki. Like, why was the TVA involved? You know what I mean? Like, all things, you know? So it's like, I don't know, man. It was great to see those cameos, especially the way they did it. Blacktastic, what up, boy?
What's happening?
Brother. Good to see you, man.
Boy.
Blacktastic, good to have you back, brother.
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure.
And we're just talking about the opening credits. No, just kidding. No, we are still in the first act, so so you're in good time.
Nerd alert.
So right now we're talking about the different cameos of Wolverine, the different suits. You know, do you have a favorite suit or what was your favorite Wolverine variant?
I'm kind of partial to Logan.
Oh yeah.
That's my dude right there, Logan. You know,
Logan, yeah. He was there. I recognize the old one, the one with the rifle underneath. That's the old one, right? That's the old Logan, right? I mean, I don't know a lot about the comics, but I know there's a bunch of different Logans or Wolverines at different ages and stuff, different suits, colors and stuff.
Yeah, I heard you guys talking before I came on. The Henry Cavill, that was a trip. You know, that caught me off.
Yeah.
Everybody's jumping from the DC coming over to the MC, or you know, Fox got ate up by Disney. So hey, you know.
Look, I mean, you good as long as you don't fuck up. Yeah, I mean, if you blink wrong, Disney will fire your ass and cancel your whole career. So just stay on the straight and narrow. You'll be all right.
Yeah, for real.
But
Michael Boyd.
I hate to go there, man, but you know, Robert Downey Jr. been fucking up his whole life, and Hollywood gave him chance after chance after chance. Look at him. Jonathan Majors made one mistake. He was in a bad relationship. It was toxic. It was both ways, and I'm never on a woman. You know, if she got bruised up, hey, that's on him. But homegirl, some people make you bruise them. You know, you can tell she was wild. And his career is over as of right now. And he was the hottest dude in Hollywood. Think about it. This man was on fire after Creed. And now look at him.
It is.
He scared me in Creed.
It was huge.
He scared me in Creed. He gave me Mr. T vibes. Like he just was not someone to mess with, dude.
And it wasn't the muscles; it was in his eyes.
It was the eyes. It was the eyes. It was the eyes. He had that dope, and he did it smiling too. That was like sick. I was like, "Fuck! I don't want to mess with this guy, bro."
Hell no.
No, yeah, he was pretty intimidating. Besides his physique, yeah, he was pretty intimidating with his manners, his eyes, and the way he was talking. Like, he was scary dude. So right now he's gone, right? I mean, I haven't followed up. I haven't heard anything recently about his case, other than he's been out of movies for now.
Hey man, when your girlfriend is making Tyler Perry movies, your career is over.
Damn. No, but he's acting. I heard he got a role in something. He's acting again, just not in Disney stuff or anything big. But
yeah,
he's got some he got some projects lined up.
Yeah, I think he's doing a movie for it's Tubi, right? He's doing a movie for Tubi.
Is it Tubi? But you know what? Hey, it's who you know too, because what saved RDJ was Mel Gibson. If you remember when RDJ first got in trouble, Mel Gibson, bailed him out, and then after that, Terrence Howard was the one that vouched for him to do Iron Man. So sometimes it's who you know, man. You gotta know the right people.
Terrence Howard actually got the star pay for Iron Man, not Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And but I think part of it too with Disney is that it's one of those things where, and I think everybody deserves a second chance, but I think it's one of those things where it's when the news comes out, because Robert Downey Jr. already done all his screw up stuff, and then it's like redemption story where just like what's her name from freaking Mandalorian, she did all that conspiracy stuff on, and then she got cut out. You know what I mean?
Oh, Gina Carano.
Gina Carano,
yeah. The only woman built like a man that I wanted to hook up with.
Listen, she's one of those muscle women that I'm like, let's get it.
Listen, she can get it twice on Sunday, man.
She will put you on an armbar.
That's all right. Hurt me, shit. I like the torture. Shoot.
So then, so then after all these little cameos of the variants, we saw the old Logan. We saw the comic accurate Wolverine. It was hilarious when he gets out of the chair. Yeah. Now there is the second one, the one in the alley with long hair. That look familiar, but I don't know where is that from.
That's Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Yeah, he was like kind of like wild, kind of what's what I'm looking for, like a wild animal.
Rabbit animal, I guess.
Yeah, like a rabbit Wolverine. Yeah.
And he looked very 80s. Is that right, or am I in different time? Like the way he was dressed.
Yeah, Age of Apocalypse. I think that was late 80s, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then I saw the other one, which I've seen it in T-shirts, I've seen it in pictures, but I don't know what it's about. The one when he's on the cross, and not across the X, and there's a bunch of skulls.
Right.
Any of you know about that?
Honestly, not really well versed with that one.
No, well that's part of a story. I forgot exactly which one, but that's part of a story also. I'm not sure if there's Age of Apocalypse and the one with the patch. Yeah, when he played Patch, I was expecting Grey Hulk to come next to him, because back in the day, Wolverine and Grey Hulk used to be a team. It was like a buddy cop. So if they would have brought Grey Hulk in there just to stand next to him, that shit would have been dope.
Yeah,
he was real feral.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Feral. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta step my vocabulary game up.
So now, after that, he finds the right Wolverine. They go back to the TVA, and then the TVA, boom, they send them both to the Void. I believe that's the name of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're that big homage, if you want to say, to Mad Max, or at least for the joke.
Yeah.
I thought about you, Rashad, when they said. Yeah, that was funny, man.
Yeah.
Holding the head. Oh, dude, it was so funny when he says, this is a Sabretooth. People have been waiting for decades for this fight. And boom, 1 second. And it's over.
That was insane, man. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, they had a big fight in the first X-Men movie, so
Yeah. But I thought it was funny, because he's like, people have been waiting for decades. You look a little silly, so he starts, taking the katanas out of his body, and then 2 seconds, and the guy's dead. That was funny. So, any thoughts about that fight? Do you guys like that fight, or do you guys like the second one, which is coming soon? The one inside the Toyota or whatever? No, what was that? Nissan.
Was it a Kia, right?
I think it was a Kia.
Odyssey.
Kia Odyssey. Yeah.
Well, the Sabertooth fight wasn't even a fight. That was just like a that wasn't even a fight, man.
That was
the exchange was hilarious with the wannabe Fury Road group, and then you saw Pyro, who was always a dick in the X-Men movies, and then again like the freaking Johnny Storm thing was hilarious with Chris Evans. Just that whole like gotcha where it's like, oh no, it's not Captain America. Seeing the just the back and forth humor, dude. It's Deadpool. It's freaking fantastic.
Yeah. Any of you recognize Chris Evans' voice? And then when they show his arm, because he has that hood, and they show his arm and the sleeve, it was red and blue a little bit. And then I was like, oh, I think that's Cap. But I didn't see him. I didn't see him as Johnny Storm. My theater was engaged in the movie, but not like I would have liked. I would have liked them to be more into it. What was your experience like? Was that's pretty much like one of the first major cameos in the movie? Was your audience engaged, or was they kind of quiet?
Mine was honestly, it was one of those not perfect theater experiences, but it was like anytime anything happened, the whole theater erupted. I mean, you could tell everybody reacted, but it didn't last. It didn't last like that long. Let's say the next person started talking, you might have missed like a little bit of like the first two words that they said, but people quieted really, really, really fast. I was very impressed, honestly. There was never an issue. Nobody was like overly laughing or overly clapping.
Shit.
But it was just like that. It was one of those times where it was just like, damn, I couldn't have asked for a better experience. Like,
lucky you.
Yeah.
What happened with you?
Well, there was a person sitting behind me who had like this Jim Carrey laugh. So every time something happened, this motherfucker would bust out. And after about 10 minutes, man, I started getting mad, man. I'm looking at my son, I'm like, who the fuck is laughing like that? And then he did it again. So finally, I turn around, and I'm like about to say something to this dude, and I swear to God, he's in a wheelchair. He's in a wheelchair, sitting like this, and I felt like an asshole immediately. I'm like, oh man.
Be careful, Disney's gonna cancel you with that shit, dude.
Yeah. I did. All I heard was the laugh, man. I went to confront this motherfucker, man. And he was crippled, man. You know.
Bro.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Shit like that always happens to me, man. I don't get it. I it's very rare I have a theater experience without somebody messing it up some way, somehow.
Yeah.
It always happens to me.
Well, maybe you should stop spoiling things. I don't know. It's all
You know what, Rob? You were something else. You know that? You were something else. All right.
It's all love, baby. You know.
Golly.
Yeah. Hey, Rashad, I just hope that guy wasn't wearing that cologne like that lady.
Oh, you remember that? Yeah, the North Bend. Yeah. Oh God, that was so embarrassing. Yeah, listen, I thought it was the best sound ever. I'm like, holy shit, this is like some Dolby Atmos, whatever. Because like the person's head got cut off, and all I heard was I can't breathe. I said, damn, that's a good sound. And there was an old lady back there, and she's like, I can't breathe. So somebody asked her, they said, ma'am, do you need some help? She says, no, I don't need any help. But why would you spray all that cologne in a movie theater? Oh my God.
That's gonna be some embarrassing shit for the guy, bro. Like that's a wanna get away Southwest airline commercial, bro. It's like,
Yeah, and well, the crazy thing about it is before that happened, I was actually asleep. I was taking a nap because the North Bend was blowing the shit out of me, man. So I woke up to, I can't breathe. I'm like, oh, damn, that's some good ass sound. Yeah.
That's funny.
Only me, man.
So anyway, so when I saw him, that he's like, well, all of us are thinking that he is Cap or Rogers. and then Deadpool is like, oh, he's gonna say Avengers Assemble, and he says flame on. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He flies. But now I want to hear your opinions, because this is obviously, it was written this way. But Pyro, is he more powerful than Human Torch regarding the fire, or just
Pyro,
it was just for the joke?
Pyro just controls fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, could he wipe the Human Torch out? I don't know about that, but it's Deadpool. It's a movie.
Yeah.
But yes, Pyro does control fire.
Okay.
But the Human Torch you get as hot as the sun, right? Like at full strength.
Yeah.
In the movie, the supernova or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So no.
Pyro's last appearance, when he was with Magneto, he gave him that device they had in his hand to be able to control the fire. So I think that's what allowed him to take the flames from Steve, well, not Steve, but Chris Evans.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's so crazy, man. Oh my god. We all thought it was Cap, bro. The theater was just what? Like the guy next to me was like, what the fuck?
It's like, oh, it's Infinity War Cap, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Shit happened too quickly for me to be like, oh no, it's Fantastic Four they're about to do. It happened too quickly for me to process it and think of that. But I will tell you, as soon as he cursed, I'm like, yeah, something's up.
This is Johnny Storm.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Because even Deadpool was like, huh. You know what I mean? It's like, once I saw that, I'm like, no, they're about to do something.
Yeah. Steve Rogers and Johnny Storms are way too different They have way too different personalities. He's kind of a douche a little bit, right? Johnny Storm, right? Cocky, and he's
a cocky little shit. Yeah.
Not since I don't know why this popped in my head, but can I just bring something up, and it's off discussion, and I have to say it though. Endgame, which I don't think was a perfect film. How do you just glaze over? He had to return the stones. He brought it back to the Red Skull. How'd that go? Was it awkward? Was it like, hey, here you go?
That's a good point.
Like, how do you not show that? I don't know. It's just, okay, it just happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things where it's like it happens off screen and it's like left to your like imagination. I will admit though, I would have liked to see that. I would like to see the interaction between Cap and Red Skull, just to see what if Red Skull was just like, I was wrong or something. I don't know, like anything, even if it's just 15 seconds. I would like to see that, but
isn't the Soul Stone like you can't return that though, right? Because I thought the Soul Stone was like that was not reversible. Like you couldn't like once you sacrifice the soul, then you can't get it back.
So that exactly.
True, but what did he do with it?
That's what it's like. So what?
That's a good question.
How was the soul? How was the stone returned in essence? Because the time stream is fine. So how? Like what actually transpired? I think they should do that.
Yeah.
That would be
even if it's animated, like a 30 minute, of him returning every stone, like even in animation, something like that, I mean,
that'd be
cool. It would be nice. Say what?
I'll put that as plot hole 81 on Endgame. Let's go on. Sorry.
And so after this fight or whatever, they get captured, and then we are introduced to the villain, which I wasn't familiar with her. I'm gonna say that I don't. I didn't know her name. He looked familiar, but I didn't know that it was a twin brother or a sibling, I would say, of Charles Xavier. You guys were familiar with her, with the character?
No, but I found out she is from the comics though. I was on the panel last night, and they schooled us on who she was, because I didn't know she existed either.
Yeah, no, I knew. I didn't know. I don't know much about her, but I know that she existed. Like she existed. Like that's all I knew. So I was like, oh shit. Okay, this is the first time we're even touching on this. You know what I mean? So I know of her, but I don't know like anything. But she seems like she's powerful as hell. So
she was a scary bitch, man. She was a scary bitch. The things she did with the fingers, and every time she did it, man, like that disturbed me.
It hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, she's literally like like hand fucking you, man. You know, mind fucking you, whatever it's called.
No, literally.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bro.
You mentioned something like that, right? YK, in your video about like the way she was. They were giving us some sort of explanation or exposition. Like it wasn't through like a flashback, but it was through actually she being inside the person's mind and seeing the whole thing.
Yeah, when it comes to the Wolverine, like it was more of like telling us rather than showing us why he's the worst Logan. So we got to see that with her like doing that hand fucking thingy with him. But I wanted to see more of like the actual events of why he was the worst Logan rather than just telling us about it.
Yes.
So I'm assuming she has the same powers than Charles Xavier or similar. Any of you know?
Said very, very, very
similar, but not as powerful. I mean, they're both Omega level, but like Charles, that's why she has to do the thing with the fingers, because Charles can just do this and be inside your head. She actually has to like get her hands dirty and get in there and and
makes sense.
Do what she does. Yeah.
I don't know how much of this is on the script versus the actor, but she fucking killed it, dude. She was really good. Like that like normally you have these throwaway villains, especially when it's someone that you really have to dig deep into the comic to see. But no, she played the role nicely, dude. Like you felt a danger with her. Yep. It didn't feel like it was just somebody to throw in there and call it a day. Like I could tell she enjoyed that role.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So, will you guys say that she's one of the better villains of the MCU, or is it too soon to say that?
I think it's too soon to say that. I mean, this was kind of like as we've said, it's kind of like a buddy cop film. It's not. There hasn't been anything that this expanded the MCU on, I guess you could say. I mean, at the same time, they did kind of reference some things, like again, TVA, Loki. Look what happened in Loki. So if they're still referencing the TVA, something has to, somewhat come into the MCU, right? So I don't know if saying that she's one of the better. I would say she's one of the more likable villains of this, that we've gotten this phase. Like that's a better villain of this phase. But I think we can maybe wait a little bit to say that.
Yeah,
like, that's
or perhaps one of the better villains since Endgame, maybe kinda.
Okay, I guess we could. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's a pretty low bar. I mean,
it is a low bar.
We're gonna include the villains way home. I mean,
I kind of look at it as a trilogy. So for a Deadpool movie, I think she was the best villain out of the three movies. I know this is an film, but there's still Fox Studios within Disney, and they're the ones that pretty much put this film together, like the remnants of Fox along with Kevin Feige. So it felt like a Fox production with a little bit of money from MCU, but from a Deadpool point of view, she was the best villain out of the three films.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I can agree with that too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, even though at the end he wasn't a villain, I did think that what's his name did pretty solid with Cable.
Oh, Cable, yeah.
And Juggernaut was fun to watch that size.
Yeah.
But as far as layers and depth, I think you're right, dude. I think like she was a freaking solid villain, and I like the fact that at the end, even though she ended up doing the wrong thing at the very end, there was a moment of kindness in her where she let them get out of there, and it's like, oh, so she's got layers. You know what I mean? So
very small. I agree, very small, and it was there. If like again, if we do see her again, it won't be that version probably, but if we were to, I feel like we would have gotten more, more explanation, I guess, on her. But I kind of hope that they bring her back,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. So right before we move into the rest of the cameos, because we are about in the timeline, we're getting closer. There is one comment here, and this is a question related to the MCU, and it's by Kutu the Fullest. It says, what do you all think about Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? Which was announced over the weekend, right? Saturday or Sunday, whatever.
People losing their minds over that, man.
That's the crazy part, bro. Is people are they're like, forgive me guys for kind of popping off on this, but people are going so crazy and are like talking real smack about it. Like I'm in a lot of different comic book groups, and this is the first time in a long time that I'm seeing so many people like degrading it and being like, this just doesn't make any sense. And it's like, guys, like I feel you don't know, cool. You know, I'm like, I'm not perfect at all. I don't know the entire story arc and everything, but there's comics, the infamous Iron Man and the What If storyline where Victor tricks Tony, and they swap minds, and so he's that would make sense. So Tony is in his body, Victor is in Tony's body. So it's like, if they go with that, that would be flawless. Like that would be flawless. That'd be so amazing. So I don't know why people are just so anti.
Because it's a popular thing to do, to go online and bitch about something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I say let him cook. You know, this is like red and yellow Hulk Hogan going to Hollywood Hogan. Okay, sometimes motherfucker turn heel, and then sometimes they go back to being a babyface again. Just let him cook. You know, Blytastic, you can vouch for this. Like I made the mistake a long time ago, and that's why I stopped doing it. When Michael Keaton was announced as Batman, Beetlejuice, Mr. Mom is Batman. Fuck out of here, and killed it. You know, so I learned my lesson a long time ago. Just let him cook.
Yeah, I mean, with the latest Batman, I'm like, dude from those vampire movies,
the sparkly vampire.
I didn't see the jawline. I didn't see the eyes. And I got to tell you, he's my favorite Batman. His eyes are amazing under that mask, and then the jawline. I'm like, dude, he didn't have to talk as much, and he walked in a room with the rain coming down. I'm like, okay, I can't judge a book by its cover. I have to read the book all the way through.
Right. Was he just gonna be playing Dr. Doom just for this movie? Is this like just a one-off, or like
we don't know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, he's done a lot of great films.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he did Twilight, I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? Because he's done a lot of good movies that aren't kind of mainstream. So the guys, I know he has acting chops.
Oh yes, he does.
The one I learned to shut the fuck up on was honestly, like, I think I would guess most of us probably did, was Heath Ledger as Joker.
I knew you was gonna say that. Yeah.
And also, and I'll be honest with you, man, I was the first one to be like, I didn't want Daniel Craig to be James Bond, and to me, he's my favorite James Bond. And it's like, fuck, it's like, you know, it's like you said, Robert Downey Jr. is like, let him cook, watch what happens.
Yeah,
watch what happens. I think part of what the issue might just be is because people have him as Iron Man so much in their head already. He basically is the guy that started the whole thing, and not for nothing. And I apologize to any MCU huge fans, but ever since you got rid of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, MCU is not the same. It's like those two guys were it.
Yeah, nosedive.
It might be a desperation move by Marvel to be like, get him in something. Make sure that somebody buys tickets.
Yeah,
I could definitely see that being a topic of conversation, because if it isn't, then come on, that's kind of just unrealistic. Like that has to be a topic of conversation, right? That let's bring in some old school, you know, to kind of save it, but let's also do it to where it makes sense, and it does, because the Iron Man that sacrificed himself is of a different Earth and a different timeline. Excuse me, altogether. This one is a completely different Earth. This is like a different timeline, universe, everything. So it makes sense. Like we saw different variations of Wolverine, but the same guy. You know, why can't we see different variations of a different character? You know, just with the same actor. I don't know. It's just, I get it. People are still stuck, Willie, as you said, as him as Iron Man. So not everybody's going to be.
The other thing too, and just backing up what Rob's saying too, is also, this is their third attempt, dude, at a Fantastic Four. Like shit, like I mean, they're like probably like do whatever it takes at this point. Like, you know,
this is the fourth one. The third one, I didn't see it. I didn't want to see it.
Oh no, but I mean the franchise, right? Yeah, it's the third attempt at the franchise, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, they did. Well, they had you had the Roger Corman '94 Fantastic Four that got locked in a vault, and I actually have a bootleg copy of that. You know, nobody was supposed to see that movie, but I actually own that shit. Yeah. So you got the '94, then you got 05, 07, and then Fan 4 sticks. So yeah, 4 times.
Yeah, the Fan 4. That's the one I didn't see because I'm like, no, I don't want to see it. I didn't even get the collector's copy either.
Yeah. Yeah, and think about it. And think about it, Dr. Doom is like the biggest Marvel villain ever. Like you think the biggest Marvel villains, you think of Thanos, Magneto, Dr. Doom, Galactus. Like that's the big four.
Galactus is right up there.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they gotta get Doom right.
The only problem is just the Fantastic Four is a dead comic, and they're trying to revive it. No one reads it. It was out of print for a while. Like you said, 3 attempts to do movies, and I don't know if there's a fan base big enough to like the Fantastic Four.
Unless you're over 40.
You know, but wait a minute. You know what? Yeah. I agree. No, but I think you're 100% right. I think that but I don't think it's because, I think it's the way the characters are written. Because keep in mind, before the MCU, Marvel didn't have the rights to their best shit because they had to sell it not to go bankrupt. X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk, that shit was fucking gone because they wanted to stay alive. Blade. What ended up happening was they ended up going to remember the MCU, this was our grandfather's shit. No one read Iron Man or Captain America or that crap. And for the amount of talent that they had, the creative team, to make that kind of like a modern thing because of the way they were written, they were able to do that. They pulled it off. Shit like Fantastic Four, it's kind of tough to write for. I feel the same way, honestly, about Superman. It's such an old comic when it was created. It's like a guy with cheat mode. All you have to do is have kryptonite coming out of your ass to beat him. It's the same shit. You can't beat him any other way. So, I mean, it gets kind of boring when it's like that. That's what makes Batman so awesome, is because it's a human being. Like, the guy can get killed. That's what makes certain things, like, you create stakes for a character. But not to rant, which I've basically done, obviously, but just to go back to, like, Fantastic Four, it was written in a way that it's kind of tough. Like, Human Torch is fun to watch, but other than that, it's and the Thing. But what's the Thing? The Thing is just freaking the Hulk, pretty much. You know what I mean? And so, in a lot of ways, it's like there's something with the writing that makes it tough. But the fact that they now have like Pedro Pascal, they have like Robert Downey Jr. Like, they have to go star power and maybe see if it works. But
Doom's not going to be in the Fantastic Four though. Like that, he's going to be in the next Avengers movie. So the villain for Fantastic Four is going to be Galactus. Yeah. And they have the same writers from WandaVision writing the script, which
that's a good thing because WandaVision was excellent.
WandaVision was good, So I have faith, man. And it takes place in the 60s. It even has like the Jetsons, like the font from the Jetsons, so it's gonna have like an old school 60s kind of feel to it.
See, that to me sounds like they're owning it. And that's what you got to do. You got to own it. If they're going to make it the 60s, they're going to play into it and make it kind of like that layer of cheese. That could work.
I think Yusuf was going to say something.
No, I was going to say about the people that are complaining about the whole Robert Downey Jr. They're still going to be there day one when it comes out.
You already know. Man, fuck this movie. Opening day, sit in the front row.
You gotta
so much complaining, bro.
Look past them. Hey, a lot of YouTubers do that for clicks and views. I have my doubts, but when it comes to Kevin Feige, the man bats 1,000, and they have a plan. We don't know what the plan is. They just announced he's the actor going to play the role. Other than that, we don't know jack diggly. So, I trust the process, and have to just be patient. But YouTubers, they need something to do today.
Ooh, I know. I can bitch about Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. Okay, thumbnail. Okay, and bro, this is the worst idea ever, and this just sucks. And man, like, what are they doing? Okay, upload. Let's see how they do.
Bro, honest.
Yes, 1,000 views in 10 minutes. Yeah.
1,000 views in 10 minutes? Guys, I gotta go. I gotta make a video. I'll be back.
Yeah, right. Holy shit. I mean,
Hey,
it works. Like, come on.
hey, Willie, when you said about the Human Torch, that when you said that he's fun to watch, I agree. Actually, one of my most memorable comic book scenes in a movie is the one in the Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer. That scene when he's chasing the Silver Surfer, dude.
That was a dope
I mean,
scene.
yeah. To me, that's the forte of the movie. That's my favorite part. Just want that chase, the special effects on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I liked it a lot. You know, he's on the top of the wedding. He's getting married, and he's like, Johnny, go and get him. He's like, he look at his stock. He's like, really?
Yeah.
And then runs and jumps. Raymond, dude, I love. It's like a 2-3 minute long. I love that scene, dude.
And you reminded me of something. If you notice, both Human Torches were great. Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan. They both did a solid job as Human Torch.
I did like Michael B. Jordan as Human Torch.
Yeah, he was solid.
I didn't see that
The
movie, so I don't know.
sucked, but he was solid.
You're not missing anything, bro. That movie was trash. Honestly. Wow.
So and I have a question because I don't know when you guys mentioned Galactus, and I thought about Galactus a bit in the movie. What was the name of that monster? It looks like a cloud. It looks like a dinosaur. What was the name of it? The Goliath. What is that from? What is that from? Because I know I didn't.
Yeah, Loki. Yeah, Goliath.
One or two, season 1 or season 2?
Oh, that was from Loki. I forgot all about that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say season. Well, technically,
I think that was season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was season 1.
Yeah, season 1. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot then. How many seasons are of Loki? 2 or 3? 2. Oh, okay. Well, then I forgot. I forgot the season because I've seen them, but I couldn't remember that. Yeah, because I was like, oh, that's almost like Galactus from the movie. You know, like it looks like a cloud type of thing.
That always pissed me off too. I hated that about Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Bro.
You made Galactus a fucking cloud, dude.
He's like, oh,
dude, I forgot Galactus was even in that movie.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I forgot most of the movie.
Because it was just a cloud. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Here?
So then they escape from the from all the Mad Max guys, right? They get into that thing that flies, and they landed, and then they get into this little Odyssey, whatever, right? That the car. They start fighting with the song from Greece or whatever. That was pretty cool. I like that fight because they were fighting inside something small, and you gotta be creative to have a fun fight when it's so close to each other and close quarters.
Well, you forgot one thing, that acting from Hugh Jackman when he ripped into Deadpool, that was like Oscar worthy, man. Like I felt that.
Yeah,
like he ripped Deadpool so good where even Deadpool was quiet for about 10 seconds. Like,
goddamn,
you didn't know.
Now we're gonna fight. Now we gotta fight.
Bro, that came from Hugh Jackman's soul, bro. Like he literally just went off. I'm like, God bless, bro. That was good though.
His acting in this movie was like, I mean, yes, Logan was his best performance, but this is like right there with it, man.
Oh yeah,
he killed it in this role.
So they start fighting. I like that fight better than the first fight that they had in the open space. You know,
it was more
I think that was probably the best fight in the entire movie. The choreography and how creative it was inside that van like that, tight like that.
Yeah.
That took some skill. Everything else is like
choice.
You can only see so much of this and starts going a little bit numb.
Yeah.
It's still cool to watch, but you've seen him do it 100 times already. The van was creative as shit, dude.
Yeah.
With the seatbelt, everything, like that was creative as hell.
Yeah.
He ends up tied up, right? Like, and then they passed out, and then we see somebody's boots, and they drive away, and I was thinking, okay, who's this guy gonna be or whatever. I knew that X-23 was gonna be in it, not because I saw the final trailer, but because I heard about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was gonna be X-23. But then we see one of my favorite moments, which is coming up right now, and I'm talking about the cameos. Was your audiences crazy with the cameos? And if so, was it with which character, if applicable?
This
All
might be unanimous. I went
Yeah.
with a very astute crowd. They knew their comic book lore. They knew everything. So when the cameos popped up, they lost their minds. And unanimously, man, everybody I talked to is Blade, man, because we all,
Dude, that was mine.
because he's a rated R, comic book movie. He fit within this universe, and it was meta because Disney's having problems trying to get Blade off the ground again. You can't, because you're writing a PG-13 version of it. So by Wesley coming in and clowning was the best.
That was gangster.
That
That
was
was gangster.
That was my favorite cameo, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It was funny because first shows up Elektra, and I was like, oh, cool, whatever. And then,
Whatever.
and then when you see Wesley Snipes turning around, I saw it, but just for like 2 or 3 seconds, I saw his face, and I was like, I thought it was digital. Like I was like, he looks younger, but then I was like, no, that's actually Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, it's he's black. They don't age.
Black don't crack. Sometimes it melts, but it don't crack.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
It definitely melts.
Definitely melts.
Dude, it was nice. It was nice to see him. I really
He got
like
some vampires on right now with us. It's like,
Yeah.
No, bro, that seeing them, like honestly, all 3 cameos from my theater, they went crazy because yes, we can all agree that Elektra movie, Gaga Beans, bro, it was bad. It was bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a bad movie.
Bad. But she is bad as hell. I love Jennifer Garner and her being in Daredevil. I liked her in Daredevil.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Not in her own movie, which is very sad because I think she got dealt kind of a dirty hand. But we can talk about that. Blade and Gambit. Listen, Channing Tatum is an idiot, but I love him because he's an idiot. And he plays an idiot very well.
Right.
Him playing Gambit, I did not expect to love it that much. That man's Gambit. Like, I'm sorry, he's Gambit. He's now Gambit. In my book, Channing Tatum is now Gambit. The costume, him with the weird accent, trying to put on the accent.
That was hilarious, bro.
Trying to do it was funny, but like it's still for him. Like it's still because Gambit's like not a gag character, but like he's a funny character. Like he's French. That's just crazy, bro. Every single cameo, everybody cheered. But I will say there was just a 5% more loudness for Blade.
Yeah, like, Blade. Yeah, in my theater, Blade got the biggest pop, and and my son made me proud too because I showed him the Blade movies, well, just 1 and 2, about a few months ago, but I didn't think he would remember him. So when Blade came up, I'm doing like this, like somebody scored a touchdown. I'm like, and my son yells out, "Daywalker!" And I said,
"Nice,
my man."
I said, "Son." I gave him a big ass hug. I'm like, you made me proud. You remembered that. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly.
I still need to show my son the Blade movies. Those are soon coming soon. I haven't introduced him to those yet.
Just 1 and 2. Don't show him 3.
Oh yeah, the 3rd one is bad.
Yeah, you're right. 1 and 2 definitely not 3. But keep in mind, Ryan Reynolds was in 3.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Seeing Blade freaking blew me away, dude. Seeing Wesley Snipes, I was like, holy shit. It's
he was good. He was good at the movie and funny.
Yeah.
No, he was solid. It was weird, I will say, but who am I to judge? It's just you get older. Yeah. He's thinned out where I'm so used to seeing him jacked as Blade.
Right. Yeah.
But he's a lot older, obviously. He totally pulled
still
it
fuck
off.
you up.
Yeah, he was moving.
Listen, for sure.
Don't get twisted there.
Seeing him and seeing Gambit was freaking like where Deadpool's like, he's talking shit about his dialect coach. Like, who the fuck's your dialect coach?
Yeah, the Minions.
Because the accent was so bad. It was just fucking great, man.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What do you guys think about? Obviously, I love when Wesley Snipes he says again about the people skating, ice skating uphill.
Hell yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
What's up, Q?
It made me laugh. Hey Q, what's up? And so do you guys think there is a chance for to see Wesley Snipes again in the MCU? Maybe in a cameo again, or we're not gonna see him at all. Any thoughts that you may have?
Man, Deadpool was the swan song for a lot of stuff to happen. We was promised a Channing Tatum Gambit years ago. We didn't get it. We got it in this film. We all love Blade. We're waiting for this new one to take place. Until then, Wesley Snipes came back because he still wants to play the character. He can't do it no more. But in this case, it was perfect. As bad as the Fantastic Four movies were, Chris Evans was dope as Johnny Storm. We got that back. So it was kind of like a kiss to the past, the torch, because these guys can't do it no more. Like he said, Blake, he stand out. He's an older man. It wouldn't work. In our hearts, we want to see it, but hey, remember that last Indiana Jones movie? It was bad, man. So, I think Deadpool was a perfect vehicle for the swan song for all these people to say, thank you, we still love you, we out of here.
And just his last line, just saying that there's only one blade and that's all there ever will be, and just ride off into the sunset. It was just something real cool about that, man. So yeah.
Deadpool's look when he said that, like,
yeah, true. That was funny.
Yeah.
And history, Trinity, because Ryan Reynolds was in that movie along with Wesley Snipes. So it was real snarky but smooth how they did it,
Yeah, it was funny because even though Deadpool has the whole mask, when the camera pans at him, you can actually see his expression of like, yeah.
Well, and the thing is, and what I like about it, and maybe I'm probably looking too into it, but Deadpool's look when Wesley Snipes says there's only one blade, and Deadpool had that look. I didn't take it as a look like, no, there's going to be more than one blade. It's more like, no, buddy, they're remaking you too, unfortunately, kind of look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm probably looking too into it, but it felt like that. It was still respectful to Wesley Snipes, but more like just Hollywood, basically, what Hollywood does. Just like I one joke that he said a few times that I absolutely adored was every time he sneaked over and he was like telling like Hugh Jackman, they're going to keep you till you're 90. 90 years old, like, be prepared.
That was a really good one.
Or at least they are trying to make a Blade movie.
Yeah, trying.
I'm all for it, bro. Like,
Mahershala Ali's a great actor, though.
Oh yeah, he is.
Wesley Snipes, iconically to me, will always be Blade.
Oh yeah.
But Ali's a great actor. I mean, The Green Book was an amazing film. He's been in some good movies.
Oh yeah, the Green Book. That was one of my favorite movies of 20. I think it was 2018. I think he made it in my top 10. Yeah.
It was in Luke Cage too. Marshall Ali played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, and he was great.
Oh yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah, he was the best part of Luke Cage. Yep, facts.
Actually, he was. Yeah, I really like how in his office he had the Notorious B.I.G. with the crown, the big frame. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I also liked the man, Alita Battle Angel. He was dope.
Yeah. With the blue eyes. With the blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt he could play the role of Blade, but it's just that, what made the first two movies special was that they went all out. They didn't care. Disney has to follow a certain thing where they can't go too far, even though they did go far with this movie, which was surprising.
Yeah.
They made some choices in this film I didn't think Disney would allow. So I don't know. I guess it does give me hope that they can make a proper Blade movie that matches the tone of the first two movies.
That's why I'm like, you know what? They did this. You know, for the longest time, people were like, nope, we're gonna find out right before it releases that it's gonna be PG-13. It's not gonna be rated R. And look at what happened.
Right.
They're going through writers and they're going through directors, and nothing solidifies, right? It's just planning and developing.
I think something else that's a little bit promising is that Logan is on Disney Plus. And it's like, okay, like Disney's realizing it can't just be princesses. If you're buying 20th Century Fox and all their properties, dude, it's time to have a R-rated section. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You can't. And what they did, this was the most vulgar and bloodiest Deadpool out of the three for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And it's every other word was fuck in the movie, which I was totally cool with. To hear Wolverine drop F-bombs left and right, I was in nerd heaven watching that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, so Disney's, I'm glad they're not sticking to the whole PG thing, and hopefully they do make Blade bloody and they do make Blade scary.
Yeah. I mean, well, especially with the money that this movie is going to make, you know, they have no choice now but to be like, okay, we can make edgier films now. We don't have to follow the same Marvel formula that we've been doing for the past, you know, whatever years. You know, we can go outside the box a little bit. This movie's gonna make a shit ton of money. It's already at almost $500 million worldwide. Yeah.
Opening weekend.
Yep.
If they're smart, kind of like the DCU is doing, you know, they have offsets. Like you got two Batmans, but different universes. I can't see Deadpool in an Avengers movie. I can't see Blade in an Avengers movie because it'd take away from their character.
Right.
On movies. And like I said, there's a division of Fox Studios that's within Disney. If they keep that together and put together these offset movies that are rated R, that not everything has to lead into the Avengers, man. Just do some other stuff. And Oscar, big time.
Yeah, there's other teams other than the Avengers. You know, just like within DC, there's other teams than the Justice League. There's the Outside, Young Justice. There's Teen Titans. There's like the Markovian squad. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different teams. It's the same thing in Marvel. So let's do that. You know, like
Marvel tried to do that. Cause remember with the Netflix joints where they had like the street level heroes like, you know, Daredevil and Jessica Jones, and then Luke Cage, and then eventually they formed the Defenders. That was supposed to be like the street level Avengers, and for whatever reason it didn't work.
like the Thunderbolts, you know, like I'm hoping that with things, you know, in the next few years, it's just positivity, you know, because damn, bro, we got some caca that we got, man. I don't know what.
Don't you think there's just a little bit of danger though with? I know you guys aren't saying this, but like for example, like DC did this with Batman, where you can get a little bit numbed out by having more than one Batman at the same time. Like I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed watching the Batman the other day. I'm a huge Batman fan, by the way, die hard. Like I enjoyed watching the Batman the other day more than I did when I first saw it in the theater. And it felt to me like we didn't have enough time away from Batman. Even though Dark Knight Rises was 10 years after the Batman came out, pretty much, it still felt like there wasn't enough time. And I think part of it was because we had DCEU Batman. We had Snyderverse Batman still around. And it's like, let's not go Batman out. Like, give it a break where you wait for it again. It's almost like Star Wars, like the sequel trilogy. It's like there's so much Star Wars in between Star Wars that it's like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm not trying to age myself here, but dude, I was dying for Return of the Jedi to come out. We had to wait 3 fucking years for a Star Wars movie. I was like chomping at the bit. Same with Empire Strikes Back, which I don't remember that gap. I was too young, but it's like, all of a sudden, you know, even the prequels, I was not a huge fan of the prequels, but it's waiting for them to get better to me. I was still waiting for part 2, hoping that we were going to hear about trade embargoes for 3 hours like we did in Phantom Menace. You know, I was still waiting. So there's that getting hungry for something again, where I think the MCU and Disney really more than anything, just always putting out shows and this and that and this and that. There's no room to be like, oh man, I wish an Avengers movie would come out.
allow us to miss it. Let us miss it. Like
Yeah,
you know,
let us miss it a
like
little
yeah,
bit.
you don't want a clingy ass girlfriend all the time, man. I want to miss a bitch sometimes. So you know, give me a few days. Give me a few days to just get away from you. You know, and then we get back together. We're gonna go like it never happened. You know, yeah. That's the
So,
best way to do it, man.
so to wrap up the cameos, there are there are two cameos that I was hoping to see in the movie,
Mhm.
and it didn't happen. And my question for each of you is, if there was one cameo or maybe more than two cameos that you wanted to see and they were not in the movie. So mine, I had two. One of them is mentioned in the movie, but we don't see him, and the other one he's not at all. So I wanted to see Ben Affleck Daredevil. I would have liked to see him. And the other cameo that I wanted to see was Nick Cage as Ghost Rider.
Mm.
Is there any cameos that you were hoping to see, perhaps?
I just, for one last time, want to see the original X-Men all together, wearing
Mhm.
black leather,
Mhm.
and maybe Wolverine laughing. Black leather still? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, that'd have been dope.
That would have been the swan song, because I love the X-Men because I can relate to it. I love the fact that they're born mutants and they're hated by the public. If you're a minority, you know what that feels like. So X-Men resonates with me. And to see that cast one more time, man, would have been, I mean, Holly Berry with blonde hair, all of them, just for like seconds. That would have been, probably would have brought a little tear to my eye. That would have
Hell
been.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear
Nice.
Stan Lee's explanation for why he made the X-Men like that?
Yep.
I thought that was funny as shit.
He made them like what?
Well, made him because all right. So like you have the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man. They got their powers. So there was an explanation for how they got their powers. And Stan Lee just got tired of coming up with explanations on how people got their powers. So he said, "Fuck it, they're born that way."
Okay.
That's how the X-Men were born.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah. There you go. No, man, I would say that's crazy that you said that, Black Tassin, because that was actually one of my things, was the original X-Men, seeing that, having Wolverine see them and be like, even if it was funny or sentimental or whatever, just be like, just a small moment, because he lost his X-Men, so to see that original team and see all those people, I agree.
Yeah.
That would have a tear to my eye for sure. Like I was hoping to see that. But what I thought was going to happen was Ben Affleck's Daredevil. That is what I'm shocked was not in there. Because once I saw Elektra, I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, they're not doing it. I really thought Ben Affleck was right behind her.
Yeah, me too.
And I mean, even though I didn't really enjoy that movie that much, there were elements I liked. I would have loved to see Ben Affleck's Daredevil. But now that I think about it, he wouldn't have done it.
Hey, Rob, have you seen the director's cut of Daredevil?
No, I haven't.
Oh, watch it, dude. That's better. It's a better cut.
I heard that. I heard it's better.
Yeah.
Stupid question. Is Ben Affleck still technically under contract with DCEU with Warner Brothers for Batman? Is that maybe because Henry Cavill? They announced when they cut ties with him. I didn't hear an announcement about.
No.
I don't think they're going to do anything with it. I think they're done with it. But
I think
is he still just legally under contract?
Yeah, I think he's still technically.
I don't know.
With DC as Batman.
So that might have had to stop him.
Yeah, I think he did us by being in The Flash, and that was his swan song. I think
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think he did do a swan. I agree with you. I think it is a swan song, but sometimes a contract just doesn't run out after a certain time. I don't know. Everyone's contract's different, I guess.
I think with James Gunn taking over, he probably said, "Hey man, I'm gonna let you out your contract. We keep it silent. I know you're going through some things in your personal life." And I think when the regime took over, I think a lot of stuff got dismissed, I think.
Yeah. Or it could be one of those things where he's just there, kind of like there's like a back end deal, or he's just You know.
Yeah, because I think even if James Gunn wanted to let that go, I think that's more of a lawyer thing.
Yep.
With the contracts, where it just might be the legal department. I don't know, because I think what Rob said is true. Like, how is he not in there as Daredevil?
I feel like that's like if they hit up all those other people, you know, like maybe it had to have been a conversation. So,
yeah, he probably didn't want to do it. They probably, Ryan Reynolds probably approached me and said, "Nah, man, Jennifer gonna be there? No, I'm good."
Oh shit, you're right. Oh shit, you're right. Oh yeah, no. He's like, fuck that. Or Jennifer Lopez was like, "Pa carajo, you're not gonna do that shit." You know what I mean? It's like,
hell yeah, shoot.
I wish they would have kind of.
You know what? Somebody I wish I would have seen, and it wouldn't have been like a surprise cameo, but it would have been something I thought would have made sense because he's been in the other Deadpool movies. I would have loved, just my comic book kid in me would have loved to have seen Wolverine fight side by side with Colossus.
Yeah. Oh, when they do that thing where Colossus takes him and throws him. Yeah.
Especially since Deadpool Colossus actually got Colossus right versus the X-Men movies that got him wrong.
Yeah.
That's real Colossus is Deadpool Colossus.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
To have seen them two together, oh my God.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm surprised they didn't bring him in. I mean, especially since it's fucking CGI. It's not like you have to really pay the guy a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's
he was in the party room or whatever, but it would have been better to have a variant of him at the Void, right? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, you're not even in the Void, but even when he came back into the street and they were there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the end. Yeah. Because at the end they go back to the house. Yeah.
Yeah, like y'all said, it would have been dope to see all the X-Men together just one last time. Have like a Return of the Jedi moment where Luke stands there, he sees the Force ghost of Anakin, everybody. That'd have been dope as hell. And in Magneto, I wanted to see Magneto also, but then of course they come to find out he died. Damn.
Yeah. Oh man.
Even too, because he shows up in the Marvel movie, like the Kelsey, don't know his name, but he shows up in the post-credit scene of the Marvels. So for him not to show up in Deadpool,
that's right. Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's forgot about the Marvel movie.
I liked it too, but I still forgot about it. I actually didn't hate the Marvels, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't. It's not terrible. It's not great.
So to me, that's the first time I ever saw Captain Marvel and didn't hate her. Like she actually learned how to smile. Like every time I see Captain Marvel, it feels like she's about to ask me to speak to my manager. Like total Karen. And the first time I saw her in the Marvel one, I'm like, oh my God, you've learned to be fucking likable finally.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like I'm actually rooting for you. Yeah. And Monica Rambeau obviously was amazing. And that little Middle Eastern girl, I loved her, dude. She was great.
She was the best part of the movie. Yeah.
It was actually likable. It wasn't horrible.
People just wanted to.
That said, I still forgot the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Hate on it for obvious reasons. But
her walking around in that tank top, that helped a lot.
I don't understand. All these guys that are like anti-woman. It's like, why? Give me all the women in the world. I don't care. I love them. Fuck. Just like, shit.
Who they coming for now, boy?
Damn.
I'm in the hood, man. So
Who is it?
This is normal.
So right,
laugh, man. It ain't funny.
right before we move into the third act, we got a comment by Cool to the Fulas, and he wants to know our thoughts. What do you all think about the Russo brothers coming back in the MCU? It was announced, yeah.
Go ahead.
They made some of my favorite MCU movies, so I'm all for it. What do you guys think?
Okay, can I start off, please? I'm gonna be real quick. I promise. I like the Russos. Okay, they did Infinity War, Endgame. What I don't like about them, and they better fix this shit and fix it quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. But I'm not gonna say.
Destroyed my boy Hulk, and damn it. The only way I will forgive them is if you give us a World Breaker, a World War Hulk, and redeem the character.
They neuter him, bro. They neuter him.
They did not like my boy, man. They did in 2 movies. Okay, so you want to Rocky 3 him in the first movie, okay? Clubber Lang knocks him out, boom. Rocky got his get back. How come Hulk couldn't get his lick back in the next movie? Everybody else got their lick back on him except for Hulk. He had a crippled arm, and the only thing he did was throw a couch. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
And bring everybody back.
Yeah.
I like the Russos, but they got to fix that shit.
He did that too. He did this too.
God.
Hulk smash. No, Hulk.
Anti-woman. They're anti-Hulk.
That was easily the worst Hulk I've ever seen on anything. It looked like Shrek with glasses. It was fucking weird.
I had to cover my tattoo, man.
I understand the comic book. I get it, but some things don't have to go on screen, dude.
Yeah. I don't mind the smart Hulk, but I wish that they would have Sorry, my bad. They would have given him that opportunity to just rock Thanos in his shit. Just get.
I think redeemed was a good word, Rob.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead
of the Hulk Buster, you know.
Yes.
He needs his restitution. As Shannon Sharp would say, "Oh, my boy needs restitution." Skip. He needs his restitution.
Yeah, I'm on the fence because when they left the MCU, everything they did was terrible. Every movie they produced and directed was not good. And
I'm looking at their freaking movies right now.
And, you didn't like The Gray Man?
21 Bridges. I mean, those movies are bad, and they have great actors in them, and those movies were bad. And they had a chance to produce. What's the movie 2 years ago that won Best Picture with Michelle Yeoh and everybody?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
They had a chance to produce a credit, and they said no. If they would have, they probably would have changed their fortunes. But man, they stink outside the MCU. And right now, Disney was having problems. So I think it was like a marriage of convenience. Like, you need us, and I think we need you because we have good chemistry together. So we'll see what happens. But I'm on the fence, man. I want to see some new meat, some new blood, do this thing.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing they do? They bring Downey Jr. back, which is it's the same old familiar. I just want to.
Yeah, the shit they did after the MCU does fucking suck. I mean, Extraction was good. But that's one fucking movie out of like 10, dude. Huh?
Did they direct that or produce it?
Extraction, Joe Russo wrote it and they both produced it.
Okay.
Well, I know they did that one movie too. What's one movie that they did with Chris Evans and came out a couple of years ago? It was a Netflix movie. It was an action joint. The Gray Man. Chris Evans and what's it called?
The Gray.
Oh, The Gray Man. Okay, yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
This will be quick. I'm going to tell you. This will be quick. I'm going to tell you everything after 21, after Endgame. Okay, 21 Bridges, Bubble Soul, Super Me, Extraction, Relic, Cherry, The Gray Man, Everything Everywhere All at Once as producers, Extraction 2, All Fun and Games, and The Electric State. Yeah, not exactly the fucking IMDb top 10.
The good ones, they co-produced. Extraction.
Yeah.
You know what? That's Carl.
You were gonna say YK. You were gonna say something?
Yeah, no, I gotta get going because I gotta go pick up my son from daycare.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys are still live by the time I come back, I'll jump back on.
Right on, man. It was good seeing you.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me on, though.
Thank you, JK. We'll do it again. And if we are still around, feel free to join back.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. They haven't. I mean, they did well in the MCU, but outside of it, it's very questionable. Yeah, like that. The 21 Bridges. That's with what's his name?
Chadwick
Boseman. Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
He was a very good actor. Yeah, I saw that movie. Yeah, I saw that movie in the theater, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be, I think that movie came out right after his passing. Am I right?
I'm not sure.
I want to say it came out right after his passing.
That's just some sad shit to watch, man.
And what's funny about the Russo brothers, even after Endgame, they did their own thing. They kept bringing in people from the Marvel.
Yeah, I noticed that. Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's just you know.
Well, that's actually a nice sign, because what that says is that, and I'm in the theater industry, so I've done a lot of stage. When you run into directors and writers that like you,
yeah,
they ask you to other projects, and you have to like them back too. If not, you wouldn't take the project. So usually when you see these directors work with the same people and stuff like that, it's a sign that they're good to work with, that people like them. You know, so that's why you see like David Fincher has a lot of the same people. You'll see like Christopher Nolan has a lot of the same people in their movies. It shows that there's a likability there.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like to work with my favorite coworkers, and I don't like to work with the ones that don't do anything. So I can see that, yeah. So we have another comment here from Q. Fire discussion, guys. Thank you, Q. Thank you for joining also in the comments. So now we're on the third act, or we're about to get into the third act. So they escape. They put that helmet from. Actually, that fight it kind of hurts. Like when X-23, she cuts the Juggernaut's ankles from behind.
Yeah, right near Achilles.
Dude, I was like, that hurt. But it was cool to watch, though. So she grabs the helmet, and then she throws it in the backpack, and Deadpool grabs the backpack, and I was like, okay, I know what's next. So then, did you guys understand when I forgot her name? What's the name of the villain again? Cora?
Sandra Nova.
Nova, yeah. When she gets into Wolverine's head. He was in this place. He was like a bunch of like wheat, right? Like just grass, tall grass, and this a bunch of stones or whatever in the same order, the same shape. Was that supposed to be a specific place, or was just something out of the blue? Like,
I don't know. I think that was more related to like his the dead X-Men, maybe like Grace, because I remember, I think if I'm not mistaken, she said something about you can't stop thinking about him, or so. I can't remember that specific line that she said to him, but it was in reference to the fact that he blames himself for all men. So I don't know. That's just me speculating. That could be in essence gravestones in his mind.
Okay.
Of the dead X-Men, or people that he associated with or loved and lost, or I don't know. It just screamed like a cemetery in my mind, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay. Yeah, because all of the stones match, right? Like
exactly.
Like a stone grave, like a gravestone. Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way when I saw it, but Rob, I really like that, dude. That's fucking dark.
Like,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's fucking damn.
No, I like that. That's you know what? I think he's right, dude.
When it came
that's exactly what that was.
I don't know if you guys had this experience, but like when it came on the screen, it was kind of like ooh, damn, where the fuck? Like we're in Logan's head, but like this shit's. I know this movie's rated R and everything, but this shit feels kind of weird. Not weird, but I don't know how to describe it, man. But like you just
dark.
Yeah,
it was dark.
But lack of better terms, yeah. It just felt weird. So I just attributed that because he's lost in his own mind and his own anger and sorrow, and obviously he's angry at everybody, but he's just projecting. He's just projecting that he's just angry with himself. So it stands to reason that not only would that be like a cemetery for them, but like his past self dying. So he just puts up this depressive gravestones of everybody in his mind. I don't know. That's just
damn, Rob.
But,
well, and you said for lack of a better term,
take psychology or something. That's some deep shit.
I actually,
you said for lack of a better term, so I'm sorry I could not come up with a better term for you.
No.
I apologize.
That's not what I meant.
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's cool, dude. It's fine.
I love you. I couldn't think of I don't know. I just couldn't. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. So he's in that place, and finally they put the helmet on her head, and she starts losing her powers or whatever. Do you guys see what's his name? Pyro? Like he was like gonna betray her.
Yeah.
Like, did you see that coming? Like that probably he was gonna shoot her or whatever.
I mean,
well, he had the conversation on the phone.
Yeah. Had the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So before they had the conversation, I didn't see it, but I mean, it didn't surprise me because piece of shit. Like he's just a piece of shit. So it didn't surprise me. I was like, okay, that makes sense. But also, they kind of needed something like that anyway because she's also kind of a piece of shit. So something somewhere had to give, and I just didn't know who it was going to be, and it ended up being Pyro.
Yeah. Oh, dude, what do you guys think when she's like, oh yeah, I don't know if she said a few years ago, but she said sometime before or whatever. This
the magician,
yeah, but and I killed him, and I was like,
Strange.
Is she thinking about Strange? And then Deadpool, is Strange? So how powerful is she then?
Oh no,
yeah, still Doctor Strange,
No, she's OP. Like she really
she's Omega level, man. Omega, that's like the highest level mutant, you know.
Like she could probably go toe to toe with Magneto. I mean, anyway, yeah, but she's strong as hell. So I mean, her taking out Strange, a variant of Strange, maybe not our main Strange, but like a variant, yeah, I can see it.
Well, that's another complaint of mine is that she was so powerful. Like I said, she's Omega level, right? Why the fuck do we need Pyro besides nostalgia? To me, I think Pyro got too much screen time. He was just a waste of space. Like as powerful as she is, she don't need. If anything, get like a hit, like a big ass, well, like a Juggernaut. But Juggernaut. He was downstairs getting his Achilles sliced open. But you know what I mean. But to have like that henchman. That he does the dirty work, the physical work, and she's like the finger fuck person, you know. That's what I thought. I thought Pyro was a waste of space.
I like the initial seeing him for nostalgia purposes,
right?
But I can kind of agree a little bit with that. That like there was no real purpose with Pyro for just being there, you know, and just being that asshole that he was in the X-Men movies too, you know.
Yeah, she needs an enforcer. Like every Sidious needs a Vader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so who was her Vader?
It wasn't Pyro.
It wasn't Pyro.
It wasn't Pyro.
Hey, and what's up with that? With that dead corpse or the corpse actually of Ant-Man? What was that? Or Giant Man? That was like the castle.
Yeah. The Ant-Man
finally aged.
I think that's got to be from something. I'm blanking right now. That's got to be from something.
Ant-Man, no, the actual headquarters, the base. It was Ant-Man inside the suit.
Yeah.
So
when he said Paul Rudd finally aged.
Yeah. So pretty much her lair was inside the skull, right? Kind of like. That's dark.
I didn't think she was going in his body. That's like where she hangs out inside of Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Well, since we're going dark like that, one of my favorite scenes is just for a second, but bro, how fucking gruesome when she goes like that and takes off the skin of Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that was pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie.
And then he blinks, and then.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman goes like, "You just killed the man."
No, bro, the humor was so on point in this movie. Like,
he's fine. It was just a wound. He's fine. He said that later.
They did that on my dirty though. Jesus, like, they couldn't have just shot him through the head. Like, you gotta rip off his skin and let him still be alive. Like, goddamn, what the hell?
Yo, but between him and Nice Pool, man, those two got done the dirtiest.
Oh, Nice Pool. Yeah, we didn't talk about Nice Pool, man.
When he tells them, "Oh, he died in the name of love," he goes, "He died in the name of murder."
Yeah, the way he regenerate, he's like, regenerate? I don't regenerate.
I'll take you to a safe place. I'll take you to a safe place.
Just standing there like, bruh, come on. Like,
Oh man, poor bastard.
He got to keep his dog and the two golden guns.
Yeah.
asshole.
That was funny. That was funny. And then he's like, "Yeah, I can break the fourth wall too. The proposal."
Like what? Doesn't make sense.
Do you think that's what I do?
Yeah, no, believe it or not, don't hate me for this. I actually did like the proposal, but anyway. Yeah.
I like the proposal. I've seen it a few times, but I need to rewatch it now that I think about it.
I don't know if it's aged very well, but yeah, I did like it. So,
I'm proud to say I've not seen it yet.
it's good, man. Promise.
That one came out, I want to say when 2010, 20 something like that, 2008, something like that. Something like that, I want to say.
I don't know why I thought an indecent proposal. I'm like, proposal.
That's a different movie.
That's a whole different movie, right? Yeah, I was thinking
movie.
indecent proposal. Yeah.
That's from the 90s. No, is it from the 90s?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the proposal yet, but I know Indecent Proposal is a
Indecent
different
Proposal.
movie.
Yeah.
It goes a different direction. It's
Yeah.
Because watching this, I thought that's what he was talking about. Because I'm like, I don't get the joke. What does indecent proposal have to do with this? What a jackass!
we got a bunch of Deadpools, and I don't know this or what was all the hype with Lady Deadpool.
Blake Lively.
And,
That's Blake Lively.
yeah, but she was there like a few. The screen time was very limited, and today actually they announced a hot toy of Lady Deadpool, and I'm like, okay, but she was only there like what, 2 minutes screen time or so. I'm like, give me a hot toy of Blade. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing: like Lady Deadpool, the way how she walked, it was sexy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like the walk, like the talking about. Like it was a sexy walk, like the ponytail, the variant. You know, it's like, oh. Okay.
She was the first one coming out of the circle. Yeah, yeah.
Blake Lively's voice, like, come on, bro. Like that shit felt like wildfire. Like,
If we're being honest, why would you make a hot toy of that? But I'll tell you, there's quite a few people that I'm sure that live in certain basements of parents that are probably going to rub one out or 10 to that doll. You know what I mean? It's probably.
Yeah. When you put it that way, really, makes sense.
I like the fat chicks. I won't roll one out to that. So it's fine.
Everybody deserves love, man.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see that Blake Lively was going to do it. I didn't even have to look at IMDb to see who it was. I already figured. I mean, you knew. You just knew it was her. Did you guys like all the Deadpools?
Yeah.
I like the samurai one with the short arms. I thought he was the funniest looking.
I'm glad it went where it went. Because I kind of, whenever, it's kind of tough to put into words, but it's kind of like I don't want to say a pet peeve, that's strong to put, but it's kind of a turnoff. Like Mandalorian did it too, and I love Mandalorian. I fucking love that shit. But when they had all the different Mandalorians show up and all the different ones and they're all like fighting, I'm kind of like, it almost like devalues what I'm looking at a little bit. It dilutes it. And so when I saw the Deadpools, I'm like, oh God, is this going to be some endgame shit or something? So I'm glad it was just, let's kill them all. And then, thank God Peter shows up, and that was really fun.
Shout out to Peter.
That was great. But I'm glad it ended there and it didn't go for fucking 10 hours.
No, they did that perfectly. I think they executed like damn near that. Like if there was a flawless scene, I'd say that's damn near a flawless scene. Like you're right, Willie. Like that. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. Everything they did. Like they didn't have too many jokes. Like they had a lot of jokes, but like you know what I mean. Like they could have had every single Deadpool say something and do something, and then that kind of would have been like.
It'd have been overkill,
And that's I was almost worried about the endgame estrogen attack. You know, where like all the girls got lined up. That's what I call it, the estrogen attack.
Don't worry, she's got help.
Let's make sure we put all the women together, and it's like, yeah, like super forced shit, dude.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you, if they did that, Deadpool would have made a joke about it, or Wolverine would have, which would have been funny.
Yeah. Nah, it was perfect. Yo, and then when Wolverine put on the mask, like I ain't gonna lie, I got emotional. Yeah. I got emotional when I saw that because it's like my childhood has finally come true, man. I finally get to see him now, not just the suit, but now he puts on the mask.
The mask.
With the white eyes. With the white eyes.
The white eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Where the whole theater was just like,
right.
Like, oh, that moment.
Because that was the very first time that we see him a live action Wolverine with the mask.
Right.
No, yeah, that was a killer.
And is it me, or is it the older Hugh Jackman gets, the more he actually really looks like Wolverine from the comics? Because Wolverine's real scruffy and kind of old looking, and if you look at Hugh Jackman back in the first two X-Men movies, he was kind of a pretty boy. He was a little too pretty to play Wolverine, but now he's actually like grown into the character.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Man, what a great movie.
Yeah.
So then they kill, and then all of the Deadpools, and then they regenerate, except a nice pool. So then they go inside, and they're gonna try to stop Nova, and they go under the sewers or whatever. Do you guys saw that ad that they were playing at the theater AMC about silence your phone?
Mm-hmm.
That was part of it, right? I mean, it's like the same location that they did the announcements. Do you guys saw that?
I didn't notice that.
It was a commercial, and it was done right before playing the movie, telling you to silence your phone because the movie is going to start.
I didn't see it at AMC.
I was about to say, I don't remember seeing it. I just saw Nicole Kidman. That's it.
No, I saw something before Nicole Kidman.
It's
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it is before Nicole Kidman. Yeah. But it seemed like it was in the same sewer when they're going to get into to get to Nova, and trying to stop her.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, so we're not even doing Nicole Kidman's part. We're just doing this.
Gotta have Nicole Kidman though, man.
Exactly.
I look forward to that every time I go to the movies.
Honestly, I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
It's bad too. So yeah.
Shit.
There are like two different versions of that commercial, right? I noticed two different. There's short versions.
Yeah.
One
version,
yeah. I've been going to AMC more now. I used to go somewhere else before, but I was familiar with that commercial because people were talking about it always, like, oh again, and now I'm like, oh, okay, I know what you guys meant. See the commercial. I don't mind the commercial. What I mind is like minute number 27. You know, by the time they play the commercial, it's almost 30 minutes after. So then so they get to kill Nova, which I'm assuming she's dead, right? I mean,
unless she did like Charles and put her conscious in something else, and because like Charles can't die, he just transfers the shit to somebody else.
I have to assume, right, that he's like Charles, that she's not really. I mean, it's matter and antimatter, so I mean, technically, she should be decimated. I mean, like,
right,
should be, but I mean, we know in the comics these people come back, and well, there's versions and shit, but also some of them genuinely do just come back. So it stands to reason that with her mental ability, she could have, like Rashad said, she could have. But I think that the way how that happened, it was like so fast. But they could play it off. If they brought her back, they could definitely play it off, and people would believe it. Like, it would be believable.
You could just go to another universe.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Just grab her from there.
With the multiverse, anything can happen.
Yeah, like she was in the void, and she like separated her consciousness into like another universe or something, and yeah, that would make that could make for a solid.
Yeah, how much do you guys really like that?
What?
The multiverse?
I love it when it's used properly and when it's not overused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or does it take away kind of the stakes?
Yep.
Yeah.
A little bit, but it's only because they overdo it. Like again, if you use it right, like case in point, like when in the beginning seasons of the CW shows, right? When I don't know if any of you watch the CW shows, but in the beginning seasons, they used the multiverse, but very sparingly. Like, I mean, it was few and far between that they used it. So whenever it happened, it was like, oh, damn, that's dope as fuck. Like you were looking forward to that. And then, okay, next person dies. Fuck it. Dude, let's go to Earth 17. All right, let's get a Lewis from over there. Who Lewis is, but let's get a Lewis from over there. And it's like, bro, that takes away from the episode before. There was this emotional thing. And so if we do it sparingly, it can be beautiful. Just do it like how the comics do it, I don't know.
Wasn't Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness? Wasn't that supposed to close the multiverse, right? At least that was they wanted, or that's what I heard, but I don't think
it was supposed to, but that movie ain't do shit. That movie ain't do jack, man. All it did was Wanda was the highlight of it. It turned Wanda into a slasher.
Yeah,
pretty much.
But other than that, it was multiverse of shit.
They got the Illuminati, but they got taken out in 0.3 seconds. So,
I gotta tell you though, man, Wanda. I mean, she plays crazy cool.
Yes,
I love the way she plays crazy. She's fucking dark, dude. Like the way she plays her, dude. Like she could be a villain all day.
Yeah,
and she like even with WandaVision, that shit was so dark and fucking twisted.
Yeah, when you think about it,
I love WandaVision. That shit was so good.
One of a kind still.
Like,
Scarlet Witch, man. Like that's some dark evil shit.
Yeah, she's scary.
But it's
I'm just saying, you don't want to get on her bad side, man.
I really thought, honestly, that the main villain for Phase 4 was going to be Mephisto.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people thought. That
I really thought that. I thought that was going to be our villain, and I actually was kind of excited about that shit. I was like, "Oh, this will be interesting." You know what I mean? But yeah, guess not.
Mm-hmm. So as of right now, or as of a few days ago, who's going to be the big baddie? Dr. Doom?
Doom and Galactus looks like, because Galactus is going to be the villain in Fantastic Four, and then Doom's going to be in the next Avengers movie. So I guess it's both of them.
Yeah.
Yep. But if they follow the comics, Doom, like, he becomes a god where he creates like his own universe, like his own, like, you know how they say God created the world in 7 days. So Doom creates like the world in like 7 days. And he's the god of it. There's even a part where Thanos confronts him, and he like rips Thanos' whole fucking skeleton out of his body.
Oh my god!
With one hand.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah, God Doom is like next level. So if they go, it'll be interesting if they go that route, because he's like all powerful.
I'd like to see Celestial come back into play, but I don't even see how that would. I guess with Galactus maybe, but like I don't know, like that seems like a lost cause now.
Did you say the Celestials? Is that what you said?
Well, I mean the Celestials are in there, but I mean
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh well, if you have Galactus, then you have to have Silver Surfer. Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Do we care enough about our heroes now to be so excited about Phase 4's Avengers? It's like it's pretty fucking diluted, man. I mean, I really miss Iron Man and Captain America.
Well, who are the Avengers? That's the question. Who's the Avengers?
Exactly.
we got Kate Bishop, right?
Okay.
We got Yelena. We got Shang-Chi.
Who's Yelena?
Black Widow's sister.
Black Widow's sister, or the new.
Her fine ass. Yeah. What's her name? Florence Pugh. Yeah. My bad. Okay.
And then we got what I say? Shang-Chi, Kamala Khan,
Papa Doc.
The fact that you're having to think about how to answer this question is
that
a
lineup.
problem.
Yeah, that lineup sounds weak as shit.
The
That
fact that
sounds
we're trying to figure out the lineup is a fucking problem, dude.
The Eternals, you know, like
Look, even the way you're like the Eternals, like, do you like this or not? Like, even the way you presented it.
The thing is,
it's like you're naming off the Bulls after Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman retired, man.
You know you wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Sam and Bucky, you know.
Okay.
Counts for something.
That Captain America trailer looks solid, by the way.
Yeah, bro. What
Facts.
man?
Yeah, that shit looks solid.
People just hating on stuff, bro. That looks beautiful. Like, I can't wait for that movie.
Oh,
I need to see what they do with Red Hulk. You know how they because Red Hulk looks badass.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Dude, I just hope that what's his name? The Falcon. What's his name in the movie?
Sam Wilson.
Sam Wilson. I just hope that he takes the serum at some point, dude, because there's no way he's gonna be throwing that shield that hard with just being a normal guy.
It's not. You know what? That's the thing, though. That it actually bothered me, even with him as Falcon, and I love him as Falcon. He's fucking great.
Yeah.
But I want him to take some sort of serum because he's doing the same shit that Captain America and fucking the Winter Soldier are doing, and it's like, dude, at some point your bone should break or some shit. Like, you're human. Yeah. So, you got to give us a little something.
Because he refused to take the serum, right?
Yeah, I think like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm having trouble remembering obviously everything right now, but I think that there was maybe he saw it, I think, but like I feel like he had an opportunity.
Yeah, he had the opportunity, yeah.
I feel like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be a thing where like he's like, I really have no choice. Like I have to do. I don't want to, but I have to do this because like maybe his family or something's gonna happen where he has to take it.
Well, if he's going up against Red Hulk, dog, I don't care if you give him a vibranium suit, shield or whatever, dog. If he ain't got no serum in you, Red Hulk is gonna like
literally.
Yeah, like listen, it was great watching the Avenger movies, but I can't tell you how many times I would kind of be like, when I would see Hawkeye or Black Widow doing shit, and I'm like, you're human though.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. It's like, dude, Scarlett Johansson should have been fucking smashed and destroyed. Destroyed's a better word. I'm gonna say smash.
I was about to say when you said smash, my mind went there, dog. My mind went there.
Oh, no, believe me, so did mine. I was like, yeah, I would have smashed that a long time ago. But I mean, she should have been fucking killed in the first Avenger movie, bro. Like, come on. And Hawkeye, he's walking around with a fucking boat. Like, it's if you're gonna play with the gods, you gotta kind of be a god kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Rashad, I'm getting a notification here on my phone.
What's that?
It says breaking. The Russo brothers are gonna neuter the Red Hulk. Oh, dude, come on!
He really got me. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They're not, you know why they're not gonna neuter Red Hulk? They're not gonna neuter Red Hulk just because it's not Banner. For some reason, they have something against Banner. Now, Thunderbolt Ross, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hope they bring the Hulk, like the original Hulk, you know, the Hulk smash. That's the one I want to see, you know.
Yes.
From the first Avengers.
Savage
the
Hulk,
one that doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
I want to see Grey Hulk also. Grey Hulk was cool because I started reading comic books when it was the Grey Hulk. You know what I'm saying? When he was Savage Hulk, I was still too young, but by the time I got into comics, Grey Hulk was the guy, and he was hilarious. So I hope at some point they bring him in. Just to fix it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. I mean, I know that movie comes out in February. February is not like a strong month, but maybe that's why they're putting it out then.
Well, question, did y'all McDonald's ruin it for y'all? Because I knew about Red Hulk being in Captain America like months ago.
Yeah.
Because I went to pick up an Uber order from McDonald's, and they had like the little display case where they have the Happy Meal toys, and they had the whole damn lineup, including Red Hulk.
Spoiler,
like, but see, I'm not like a lot of these people. See, I could have easily took a picture of it and say, hey, everybody, look. It was 100,000 views in 15 minutes. Yes. All I had to do was spoil the movie.
You reminded me. You reminded me. I still got to do that video when I get off of this.
Right. Listen. I kept it. I didn't say a word until now. Now that the cat's out the bag. Yeah, but
we should all do a video together, and just so we can get 1 million subscribers, we'll just put "fuck Deadpool" and Wolverine. Like that'll be the fucking big title. And when people click on it, we'll talk about how much we love the movie.
Right.
Just fucking clickbait the shit out of that.
Yeah.
A lot of clicks.
But yeah, I kept it on the hush. I didn't tell anybody. Yep.
You're losing subscribers, Rashad.
Oh shit! I don't give a damn.
Oh my goodness! Oh yeah, sometimes that the toy industry gives spoilers, dude. You go to Walmart, you go to these places.
Right, and McDonald's out of all places. I'm like, dude, what was y'all thinking? The movie don't come out to like almost a year because I think this is around like March or April when I saw this.
Holy shit!
Okay. Yeah,
that was early. That was early.
Real early. So I'm like, does it come out this year?
I'll be the first to admit to you guys that I still go to the toy section and just look. And yeah, listen, well, I mean, obviously you for sure, but you know, I still go to the toy section and I fucking look. And I'll tell you, whenever I see a new movie figure out, I don't look at the back of that fucking box for nothing.
Oh yeah.
That shit gets ruined, dude.
Oh, that collect them all, and then you see the whole squad.
Yeah, you see all the thing in the back, and I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I am that guy. When I go to Walmart, I always go. This is the same way. I walked in. I go to the men's department to see any of those graphic T-shirts for $7.99.
Yeah.
From there, I made my way to the DVD sections and Blu-rays or whatever. And then right next door is the toy section. And then on my way out.
Yeah. Sounds about like me.
That's pretty much, guilty.
Q, what you laughing about? You talking about LOL?
Oh, I think what's all that about he put it when you were talking about McDonald's and getting
McDonald's, spoiling the Red Hulk, on the pickup order. I said, what? Look at this shit. I said, would you look at this? Don't spoil the goddamn movie.
Would you look at this?
Yeah, so I delivered the food with a whole attitude. I'm like, not picking my what's wrong with you, Rashad? Spoiled the damn Red Hulk, man.
Oh, did you notice? Well, this is not a joke, but it's kind of what they did when Rhodey, when he went from the other actor. What's the other actor's name?
Terrence Howard.
Oh yeah, Terrence Howard. Yeah.
From Terrence Howard to
Don Cheadle.
From Don Cheadle.
Mm-hmm.
And when he says in the movie, he says, "Yeah, it's me. I'm here. Be done with it," or something like that. In the trailer, he was like, "Oh, I'm still trying to get used to your new look," or something like that. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was which one was that? Which movie was that? Was that
Iron Man 2?
Iron
The
Man
second
2? Okay,
Iron Man 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Terrence Howard wanted the same kind of pay he got for the first one, and because he was the highest paid person in that movie. And Robert Downey Jr. wasn't paid as high because just the insurance alone on him was so high because of his past. And then once, he cleaned himself up, he was going to be the high. And his issue, Terrence Howard's issue, was that they were going to pay Robert Downey Jr. more money than they were going to pay him, which blew my mind because, like, clearly he's the star of the movie. And it's like, I can't help but wonder, Terrence Howard, which sucks because, listen, I love Don Cheadle to death. I think he's a freaking gem. Yeah. He's a cinematic gem. But I really liked Terrence Howard in that first movie too. So it would have been cool to see him in the second one. Because I think him and Robert Downey Jr. had great chemistry together. But I can't help but wonder how much Terrence Howard regrets that fucking decision.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, man. Avengers Assemble, man. That would have been interesting. I don't know about that one though. I think I prefer Don Cheadle's War Machine.
No. You're doing gangster Terrence Howard.
That's how how he talks all the time. No matter what he's on, he's like his voice is like
no,
he's about
you're doing real. You're doing real. What was the movie that he was? Oh shit! The one that was in where they painted their faces to rob the bank.
Oh yeah,
that
Dead
was
Presidents.
spot
Yeah, I
on,
got the
dude.
poster.
The Presidents.
Yeah, I got the poster right there. Yeah.
He was fucking scary to me in Dead Presidents. Like I would not want to fuck with him.
But he talks like that all the time. Every interview,
He was like
shaking.
anti-Shaft. He was like Shaft, but a villain Shaft.
Yeah.
Where he'd fucking kill you, dude. He was gangster as fuck.
Oh my goodness, that was fun. That was spot on, Rashad.
Hey man, who we fighting? Hey man, we fighting Thanos. Oh come on, man.
Man, we fighting Thanos. Why we gotta fight Thanos, man? I'm tired of fighting Thanos. Look, like, you gotta pay me more money, man, if I'm gonna fight Thanos.
Yo, for real, bro. That's literally.
You sound just like him, dude.
Yeah. He does. His voice is always like shaking and shit, like he about to cry.
I'm the one crying
ruined
now.
it for me. Yeah, you're right. Don Cheadle was the right decision.
Yeah, I think Don Cheadle was the right choice, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
I'm the one crying now, dude.
On the next episode of Empire. Oh shit. Ooh, yeah, War Machine, Don Cheadle.
Oh, dude.
Baby, next time, baby.
Yeah, next time, baby.
Next time, baby. Yeah.
Where's Don Cheadle been?
They
need to put him in this shit.
Laughing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Last time we seen Don Cheadle was what?
Like you're trying to figure out who the fucking Avengers are, like for like 10 minutes. Like, where the fuck is Don Cheadle?
What was it? Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we saw Don Cheadle in Secret Invasion. Yeah.
wasn't he a scroll? Right?
Yeah, but like we got the real, we found the real him, right? They had all the humans. But I really don't.
Gotcha.
This shit to me honestly got weird after fucking Captain Marvel. And I know everybody loved Endgame.
Yeah.
But to me, the MCU was so fucking tight with their storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 80 fucking movies without a fucking plot hole. And here comes fucking Captain Marvel with fucking 4 plot holes, 10 plot holes. And then suddenly fucking Endgame, I'm sorry. Okay, I like Endgame. Yes, but here's a confession. I don't love Endgame. Because Endgame to me, and by the way, I thought Infinity War was near perfect, okay?
Yeah.
Endgame to me is what it looks like when a franchise stands in front of the mirror and jerks off to itself. Literally, I saw the MCU rubbing one out to itself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Fucking, it was a 3-hour circle jerk, dude. I've never seen a franchise fucking jerk off to itself, dude. Like, it's just total celebration of itself. Like, holy shit, we get it. Like, I'm sorry. And it's like, it was plot hole. And like, it didn't make sense. After 40 movies of tight storytelling, and then Captain Marvel happens, they're just like, fuck it, we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, it blew its load. At the end of the 3 hours, it blew its load because it has not gotten hard again since. The entire phase 4 has been limpid, bro.
Damn, that was the most Deadpool explanation I ever heard.
I'm still laughing.
Like, damn, that was gold, bro. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Whew. Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Marvel
You go,
Jesus.
Q.
Marvel Jesus. I love when he kept calling himself that shit. Marvel Jesus. He's like a Marvel Jesus.
I was just thinking too. Remember when Mark Ruffalo spoiled Infinity War?
Oh yeah, that
Oh
was
my god.
Yeah, but yeah, he was on there with Don Cheadle, and he was like, he said, "Yo, just wait till you see this one. Everybody dies." He's like, "Dude."
Oh, he said that? I missed it.
I remember.
Oh, yo, you didn't see that? Yeah, it was on a talk show. They were promoting Infinity War. And they asked the question. It was like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, you know, people, like, if everybody died? He says, "Oh yeah, wait till you see this one. Everybody dies." And Don Cheadle said, "Dude."
Yep.
And he's like, did I? Well, I don't. He's like, it's too late now. You already fucked it up.
No, I remember.
But dude, You weren't worried about that, were you?
Was I worried about it?
No. I mean, as soon as I saw Spider-Man and Black Panther go to dust, I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. They're coming back. They ain't gonna kill. That's like killing Baby Yoda. You ain't gonna do that shit. Fucking money, bro. Like, as soon as I saw Black Panther go and Spider-Man go,
right,
and they just had their first movies that were like fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, right. They're coming back. There's no like spoiler alert.
But it did have a different feel to it though, because like we're used to seeing the good guys come out on top, and it kind of had that Empire Strikes Back thing where holy shit, Thanos won.
Exactly.
And you walked out the theater like, holy shit, like
there's like a hole in your heart. You're like, Jesus.
What
was this? Like,
right. You knew something didn't feel right. Yeah.
They had to make that next movie the next year. There's no way we could have waited like 2 or 3 years. No, there's no way.
Well, fun fact: when Empire Strikes Back came out, and I don't just so you know, Rashad, I don't remember this because I was too young.
Okay.
When Empire Strikes Back came out, but you do look it up, and it actually had mixed reviews because
I heard about that.
Thought it was such a bummer compared to Star Wars, which was so lighthearted fun. And they were like, what the hell? Like, they weren't expecting it. And then it got better as time went on. People look at it now as like the greatest Star Wars movie ever.
I heard about I heard people were kind of pissed off with Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Man, people pissed off with everything, though.
I know, right? I'm just
Even
mad.
back
Why?
then.
I don't know. I'm just mad.
Over it, bro. I'm over it.
I actually met David Prowse, and before he died, and I've heard it before and I've read it on the internet, but he actually was talking to me, my daughter, about it. We saw him at a thing, and he was saying how he thought it was bullshit when he read the script. Like, he thought Vader was lying about being his father.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even he thought it was lying, and so did James Earl Jones. They thought the script was like they were lying, and when he said the line, he didn't think it was actually true.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the actors didn't know until the day of shooting, right? That
I don't know. I don't know that much information to be able to say that, but I do know that when they read the script, they thought it was a prank, like that Vader was lying to Luke.
Mm.
Like
that's one of the biggest twists in cinema history, man.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It works so well.
Yeah, so is Captain Marvel smiling in the Marvels. That was a huge twist. Didn't see that shit coming either.
Nah.
Like, you're likable.
Yeah.
So pretty much we just covered the whole movie, which is what we wanted to do. So let's wrap up the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, and then I got time. If you guys have time to keep discussing, feel free, because I have time. But if not, you guys let me know. So in like 30 seconds or less, Rob, your general thoughts about the movie Deadpool and Wolverine.
Amazing, bro. 10 out of 10. Yeah. And the reason I say 10 out of 10 is not just because of the, boom, pow, bing, action, blood. Wow, no, fuck bombs. No, not just because of that. And not even just because of the cameos, but it's the nature behind the fan service and the type of fan service that we got, and the cameos that we got. And lack of story, whatever. I mean, you know what you were getting into with a Deadpool film, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the fact that we, ever since like Endgame and No Way Home, and I would say Guardians 3 too, like, we haven't really gotten a solid, good MCU film. So I love this film so much, and I'm gonna go see it again this week. But yeah, it's a great film, man. Great film all around.
Yeah. Solid. Willie, what are your general thoughts about the movie?
I thought the first act was a little bit rough with pacing issues. I thought that, first let me say I love the movie. Okay, so I'm not hating the movie. I thought the first act was a little rough with pacing issues. It's the first time in a Deadpool movie that I felt that the jokes were a little forced and didn't land, like he was trying a little too hard in the beginning. I thought that him being like lost in life and kind of selling cars and all that, it felt it dragged a little bit. I wanted to get going. The story did feel a bit isolated as far as being away from everything the whole time. They were never really in the city till the very end. I don't know if that was a budget issue or something, but once the movie got going to me, it only got better. Second act was great. Third act was fucking fantastic, in my opinion. Besides my being scared for a second of seeing 1,000 different Deadpools and wondering how this is going to get weird, but it was amazing. It was definitely a love letter to 20th Century Fox. The cameos were well thought, well done, and I couldn't help but enjoy the movie more when it kept going. I do think writing-wise and story-wise, it's probably the weakest of the three Deadpools. But I do think all three Deadpools are fantastic fucking films, including this one. And this was a shot in the arm that the MCU badly fucking needed.
Yeah.
And I think that this is just it's. I'm excited to see how Disney treats the Deadpool property going forward. I hope they don't neuter him. I hope that he stays being Deadpool. I loved every single fuck and shit in this fucking movie and all the blood that went with it. And I thought it was the most warm and fuzziest ending that I had to enjoy. Like them being together, him finding himself, and honestly seeing the bromance that these guys actually have off screen reflecting on screen. And you really felt it. Like these two guys, they're brothers. They love each other. And it was beautiful to see that shit, man. Especially with all the fighting that this guy has done with cancer. Hugh Jackman has had the cancer coming back and forth and all that shit. And it's just beautiful that, these two guys got to actually make a movie together. They love each other. They're best friends. And I love that I got to see that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nice. I didn't know that he had cancer or that cancer came back. I didn't know that.
He's gone back and forth with cancer. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Blacktastic. Right before we go with you, we got here from Key Review says facts. The plot didn't make a lot of sense. Still gave it a 5 out of 5. What about that car scene? Yeah,
that was the best scene in the movie. Yeah,
yeah, Q. Yeah, we covered that fight. I think most of us like that fight. It was very, very creative because of the close quarters, seat belts, seats, Grease song or whatever the name of the song. What's the name of the song? The title is not Grease, right?
Yes, from Grease. Yeah.
Oh, it's Grease. Okay.
I can't remember it.
Best fight scene in the movie.
I know it, but I'm not gonna sing it because you ain't gonna laugh at me.
Well,
but I know the song.
Can you sing it? Can you sing it with the voice of Terrence? Terrence what?
Man, I got chills. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control, man. From the power that you're supplying. Man, it's electrifying.
Man, it's electrifying.
Oh shit! Shout out to Terrence Howard, man.
Oh, dude, that was Howard. That was awesome, dude. That was awesome. We got another comment here. Cool to the fullest. You all did an amazing job on doing this discussion. Thank you for joining. Cool. We're not done yet, but thank you for joining. We got another comment here by Q. Hugh Jackson was acting his ass off in that scene. Oh, Hugh Jackman. Yes, yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Blacktastic, your general thoughts, Blacktastic, about the movie?
All right, this will be my last thought. Then I got to get out of here. I'm about to get me some din. Camera. But I absolutely loved and adored this movie. The only problem I have, it was so much focus on cameos and Hugh Jackman's return that the story was a little weak. It's not my favorite Deadpool movie. Number one is my favorite for the fact that it was a love story and it was a morbid love story. And that resonates, man. That first Deadpool was amazing. I know the budget is bigger on this one, but sometimes sequels get so big, they lose sight of itself. I felt take the cameos out and Hugh Jackman out, this movie's not good. Not good. What's his name? Ryan Reynolds. Sometimes his jokes, I'm like, okay, man, thing, I'm not digging it. And so It's my second favorite. Part 1 is my favorite. Part 2, the best thing about part 2 was Jazzy Beats. You know, that afro running the slow.
Oh, yeah, Jazzy Beats Domino, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
armpits. And I don't like that normally, but it worked.
Yeah.
Listen, Zazie Beats can shave or not shave whatever she wants. I will freaking eat her up in a second, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the highlight of part 2. But this movie was fantastic. I think it was more fan service movie than it was a good movie. And I'm fine with that, man. Seeing back, like my man said, seeing best friends who truly love each other off screen, it shows on screen. The chemistry was through the roof. But and in a movie like this, do you really care about story in a Deadpool movie?
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah.
The only thing this movie was missing was Jazzy Beats one more time. As Dom running in slow motion, boy.
With hot sauce, G. With hot sauce. Shit.
Yeah.
That's some gravy I sop you.
Cute.
All right. Yeah.
Cute reviews. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on it too. My man G says this part that I'm gonna take off and go get me some food.
Yeah, same here, man. My stomach touching my back. I'm gonna keep it brief.
I feel that.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it brief, man. So this was best time I've had the theater this year, man. This and Kong Godzilla, like the most fun I've had at the cinema this year. So from beginning to end, it put a smile on my face. I loved all the cameos, all the fan service, because I'm a fan and I was serviced. You know what I'm saying? So I loved it, man. Hugh Jackman, it's kind of bittersweet because I don't know if we're going to see him again as Wolverine. But, man, I think he still has another maybe 4 or 5 movies left in him, man.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to see him continue to play because you can tell he loves playing his role. He is Wolverine. Yeah. And yeah, man, what can I say? The song selection, shit, Like a Prayer, In Sync, 2 songs I never thought I would be blasting in my car, but I was blasting them shits all the way home, bro. Full blast in the hood.
Man, that's bold.
Yeah, like this movie had me so passionate, bro. Even when I was doing my review, this chick walked by, right? She walked by my car and she was staring at me, and I was about to fight her. You know, because I was having a moment, man. I was like into the review. I was passionate what I was talking about. This motherfucker looking at me. I was about to fight this chick, man. That's how happy this movie made me. You know, so yeah, wrapping it up. Yeah, this movie gets an A+ for me. 5 out of 5. One of my favorites this year, probably my favorite this year. And I mean, flaws and all. It's got flaws. It's got some issues. Whatever, man. That motherfucker made me smile. So it is what it is. Ain't nothing perfect. No movie is without sin.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, in my case, I liked it a lot. I've seen it twice so far. I'm gonna watch it again. I don't know how many times I'm gonna watch it total, but I'm gonna watch it again definitely.
Right.
A lot of fun, a lot of cameos. Seeing Wesley Snipes, it was awesome, and I really like that. The opening, it worked for me because I was listening to NSYNC back then, and I still do, so it kind of worked for me.
Come on, man.
That's a good like yo, you was doing the choreography and everything. You was dancing with it.
I don't know if you wanted to admit that on camera.
Bye.
We're still recording, you know that, right?
Are we still recording? And
No judgment.
So yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, the story a little weak. Well, weak when you compare it with the other two, but when it comes to entertainment, this one made it for me. Excellent fights. The comedy was a little different, probably because it's a different director. Some of the jokes landed, some other ones, like Black Plastic said, some of them you kind of knew that they were coming. And for those, well, if you're watching this video, most likely you already saw the movie, but the post-credit scene, it was worth to wait.
Yeah.
And because everybody probably was gonna blame Deadpool, but he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. So yeah, it was a good time at the movies, and I think I think it was good to see it. Do you guys get any merch? No,
Not yet.
no. I got a bucket. I got one of the buckets, but that was pretty much it.
Where do they
I
have
got
the
a
bucket?
Wolverine shirt from Walmart. That's about it.
Say what, Willie?
Where do they have the bucket? AMC?
Yeah, AMC had buckets. Had like the buckets of the Deadpool skull with the little flying thing in the hat, like the skull. The and Wolverine head with the mouth open,
Oh, shit.
and they had two different cups, one for Wolverine and one for Deadpool, and the toppers had different toppers like baby Deadpool, and that you could interchange or whatever. And at the bar they had some ceramic mugs. What of Deadpool? On one side is Deadpool, and on the other side is Wolverine. They're like tiki style, you know.
Look, I'm going to AMC to watch this shit. Okay,
Yeah,
because I want to go see. I want to go see it a second time. I'll go to AMC.
Yeah, AMC is where it's at, man.
Yeah, Dolby.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it in Dolby.
Oh hell yeah, that was
Yeah.
so. Woo.
so I want to thank you, all of you guys who watch it live or after the fact, and of course you guys for taking some time to be with me and just go live and talk. I mean, that was one of my New Year's resolutions, to go live more often. So this is August, almost August, and I think I've been doing okay, at least more than last year. So I guess I've been successful on my only New Year resolution.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna put I already did all of my guests channels. All of the links are down in the description below. So thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna be out in about right now. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
In 10 seconds.